powered by Fair and Farah at events all over Central Florida and win great prizes. For a complete listing of upcoming events, visit realradio.fm/events. Sponsored by Fair and Farah, Orlando's personal injury attorneys.
Tom's Watch Bar has Orlando's best happy hour. Enjoy $5 drink specials, select $7 apps, and $12 entrees weekdays from 3 to 6 and 9 to close. Experience the excitement of the game in 360 viewing. Tom's Watch Bar, Orlando's ultimate game day experience.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey. A journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable. It's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Whether it's in the Kia Sportage with available multi-terrain all-wheel drive, the powerful K5 with available 290 horsepower, the bold, elevated Kia Telluride, or the adventure-ready Sorento with 3-row seating. Each recommended by Consumer Reports. Your journey starts here and ends, well, that's up to you. Visit your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. The 2024 K5 and Telluride and 2025 Sorento and Sportage are Consumer Reports recommended models. Consumer Reports does not endorse products or services. Visit kia.com/Consumer Reports to learn more. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Are they promising you up to 10% growth per year guaranteed for your retirement income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hard-working folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed a musty smell in your home? I hope not, because damp smells mean that you could have a crawl space problem. That's where Alpha Foundations comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your crawl space and get to the root cause of the problem. Schedule your free inspection with Alpha Foundations and visit alphafoundations.com/row.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida. We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS, B-I-L-L-S, BILLS. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Seeley.
It is Monday, February 10th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from the worst Super Bowl ever to the best and worst of the big game commercials, and Trump vows to destroy the wasteful penny, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
E-L-G-L-E-S.
Hello, Seeley.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us today if you'd like on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Where
Good.
did you get that hat?
At the sports store. What are you talking about?
That is brilliant.
I just noticed it.
I didn't notice it. Somebody on the chat noticed it.
It just says NFL?
Just NFL,
All
yeah.
right, sports guy.
I am so jealous. I wanted that forever ago.
Just so you know the backstory on this, I couldn't buy it on Amazon because I needed to get it on time because I wanted to do a photo for social media for the Super Bowl. And then the only way I could get it was on eBay, which was like $50.
Damn.
And then it didn't come until 15 minutes ago. So I didn't get it for the game.
Well, do your social media post now.
It's too late. Everything's done. Everything's over with at this point.
In the caption postmark meant to post this earlier.
This is me angrily watching the big game yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
As my team fell to the Eagles. Yeah, baby.
Wait, you said you were going for the Eagles.
Sabrina, I forgot who I was going for halfway through the game. I didn't know what was going on. I don't know. I don't know what the hell was happening there. You know what I know? All right, let's start with highs and lows here, if we can.
Okay,
real quick,
no problem.
Before we pop things off on the show today and do the opening clip and all that good stuff. Highs and lows. For me, absolute low, the entire game. It was one of the most boring games I've ever watched in my life, man.
Boring wasn't the word I was going to use. By the, almost to the halftime, I was like, this is going to be very sad.
It's slow and
very sad but the Eagles killed it.
Yeah, the Eagles did very well.
Every 2 seconds, the defense was offense.
Yeah, right. The Eagles had a banner game, but the other team, I don't know if they were out there or not. You know what I mean? There was
every time they went to the Mahomes, he just looked tired and had this weird face on. And I'm like, homie, you got 45 more minutes in this game.
Yeah, well, there was all these things going through me because, I'm a little detached from the sports stuff, to say the very least.
With that hat on?
Yeah. So while I'm watching the game, I started to feel bad for Mahomes. And all it took was whoever was over on stats duty for the Super Bowl, it took them to hit one button to show one graphic, and then I didn't feel bad about him anymore. And I think it said Mahomes, 29 3 Super Bowl MVPs. And I go, he's okay. Yeah. He's doing all right. You know what?
They showed that graphic.
Was the complete opposite.
They showed the graphic, and so my friend said, man, Patrick Mahomes is only 29? And I was like, yeah, last year he was 28. It's crazy. and nobody reacted except my one friend looked at me and went, like, with this just look like, you son of a bitch.
What a dick this guy is. I think I was right about at the point. I don't know if Sabrina and I were on the same page there, but there was like maybe 15 minutes, maybe 5 minutes before halftime when I was sitting there and I go, I feel like yawning. I feel it just doesn't seem like this is an exciting game that we're watching.
It became the commercials being the most exciting part.
Yes, literally. I'm like, oh, good. The commercial break started again. And then I feel like I'm the lamest sports fan that there ever could be, which adds up and makes sense. And it probably is a correct feeling for me. But the overall low for me was just the first 3 quarters of the game was not very exciting. Every once in a while there was something, but I mean, I don't know. Like if you were at an Eagles bar, it probably would have been great because everybody would be like,
Cavos was lit.
Oh, I don't. No way in hell. Marky texted me this morning. The man is probably still out of his mind. No way in hell was I ever going there. I knew that place was going to be to the gills.
Yeah, I also spoke to Marky, and he's like, "Why aren't you guys taking off like everyone else?"
I'm not going to say what he texted.
Oh, I know. He also gave me the message to give to you, and I said, "That's not radio safe."
He sent me a text this morning about what his agenda was for the day, and I go, "This is what happens after your team wins the Super Bowl, I guess."
Hell yeah. And they still burnt the city down.
Just for the record, the reason they grease up poles is because of Markey. That's like what he's going to do today.
He's really good at climbing poles.
Number one Eagles fan, in my book at least. And so big disappointment overall, the game. Any lows for the two of you? Anything that stood out and you're like, this was like...
I mean, the low for me was that I had gone to like a Super Bowl party.
And you went to a big cookout thing, right?
Yes. Well, it was a planned cookout. I was.
Oh, did the Super Bowl not happen?
The moment I walked in, the host of the party went, "No crawfish." I didn't find anyone to cook it, and I go,
"Oh no!
Okay, no problem. I'll have some popcorn chicken. Thank you so much."
Oh, still good though.
No, beautiful place though. Had a great time. There were children there, so I tried to do my kid thing. I'm like, "What do you guys do? What's up? High five. Cool bag." Mm-hmm. And then tried to get home in time for the halftime show.
Right.
And we turned on the TV as soon as we got home, and it was the last 5 seconds of it.
Oh, no.
So I did watch it this morning, which here's a very big low for me. They put it on YouTube, NFL's channel, and it 4 commercial breaks. Right as things were to change, it was another commercial break. I'm like, this is insane. I can't watch a 12-minute halftime show without getting all these damn ads.
Hold on just a second here. It's kind of fair. The NFL doesn't make much money off of the Super Bowl, so they need to get
that.
They need to get those YouTube commercials in. Otherwise, it would be just like a bankruptcy meeting for them. It would not be good.
Like, what are we going to do next year, guys?
I almost had the same issue you did because we went to a place. I'd never heard this before. I was totally fine with it, by the way. Really, really great place in town. If you're ever here, no matter where you're listening, if you visit Orlando, there's a place called Gnarly Barley, which is super good food.
Lovely
and awesome bar. Great staff, all that stuff, right?
You were branching out, having a little lemon shandy or something, a cider?
I don't know what I'm doing as of late, man.
What did you have? I didn't see your story, I guess.
A lemonade shocker cider. I don't know. Watching football and drinking a lemonade shocker cider is probably not on the cool list, but...
More like shock and cider.
Yeah, I went
That's
for it
because you didn't have that hat yet, If you would have had that.
That would have been cool.
I'm so effing jealous of that, man.
You can have the hat, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You can have it immediately after the show.
And I'll give it to you for your birthday because I have no idea what I'm going to get you.
My birthday? I'm not celebrating it this year.
I'm talking about Celine's birthday. Yes,
okay.
You are celebrating it this year. You already have an idea for your birthday gift. But anyways,
don't like it. Don't like it. But we go to this
He's
place, the Gnarly Barley.
He's going to be 50 this year, everyone.
No, I'm not. Oh, don't even say that. That hurts my feelings. We go to this bar, the Gnarly Barley, and I've never seen this before. They closed at halftime. They after the halftime show, the bar closed.
Good for them.
Like kicked you all out?
Well, they didn't really kick anybody out. I don't know. We left before that, but right as the Super Bowl halftime show was ending, they were all like cleaning up and everything was kind of done. And that's what they do, I guess. They close, and it's totally fine with me. All we wanted to do is watch the first half of the game and watch the halftime show. And when we were sitting there, I got more interested in just the people around me, just the human beings that were kind of gathering around me.
A lot of great observations yesterday.
People watching crazy because I'm not a true football fan. I'm a loser. I don't like actual watching the football game.
Not with that hat on.
But
we ended up just be a loser with the NFL hat.
I went either way. But that was, I think, what took my focus, just random people's conversations at one point in time. So we wait and we go, all right, here we go, halftime show. I'm ready for this. I see him. I'm getting excited because I'm watching the stupid part of the halftime show which is when the old men pretend that we care about their analysis of that boring first half of that game. And they're like, well, what Kansas City really needs to do, they need to get out there and make sure that... Shut up! Who cares? I didn't care about any of this analysis.
That was almost perfectly in sync with Charlie Brown, teacher.
Nailed it. We're really hitting home runs here on a post-Super Bowl game.
Because we're alone in the studio.
Yeah.
Everyone else took off.
Everybody else said sayonara, folks. So just be glad we're here today, all right?
They're not even listening. Gift. They're off work, too.
They took off, yeah. So halftime show, I see them getting it ready in the background. I said, is that a Buick Grand National? That's a cool car. They're getting everything set up. They're smoking out the field so they can get some like cool, smoky vibes.
Some fades.
All right, here we go. Halftime show. Most boring halftime show.
Oh, my God. I knew you were going to say it, too.
Ever seen in my life.
Loved it.
And then afterwards, I said, oh, I see how this is going. I saw all the reaction online, and I go, it's a younger-older divide. It was one of the big things that was happening with the reaction to this. And then it wasn't just a thing that you could say, hey, I thought that was boring. The reaction, especially online, on all of the social medias, Facebook, on all those, this Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this? It was like, you didn't get it. You need to see how deep the lyrics were, and you didn't know what he was talking about when he did this, or what the structural. I'm like, I just thought
Kendrick
it was
is
boring.
Known for his, there's a deep-seated, got to look into it, layered meanings behind things.
Personally, he's now known for boring me during the Super Bowl.
See, I mean, respectfully have to disagree.
You don't have to do it respectfully. I don't care.
Well,
it's
then
fine.
F you. I love that.
Well, I disagree, Fatty.
Go Sports.
No, I also was not really thrilled.
I didn't know what was going on half the time. I kind of got excited because I said, oh, there's a lot of dancers, and
they did great. My favorite, Serena Williams doing the crip walk.
Maybe one of the lamest things about me is that I like when large groups of people dance.
Same.
I don't know why.
I've already...
what are you, like a High School Musical fan?
I don't know why.
I love a flash mob.
Yes, I do.
That's
like
how I want to be proposed to, is full flash mob.
I don't want everybody to be in prison, but when I see that prison video where everybody's doing the, Thriller dance or whatever, I'm going, that is cool. I like a giant crowd dancing to something.
The Thriller dance again real quick?
No, I'm not doing it again.
Okay,
I did it once.
Got it. Someone can grab that.
Did you see one of the dancers got arrested?
That wasn't a dance. Was that a dancer? I thought it was someone who just snuck on the field.
No, it was one of the performers. They confirmed it was a performer for the halftime show, but it wasn't planned, or they just kind of snuck that in there.
Oh, and they weaved in and out before completely tackled and taken out like a hogtied style.
Well, the person had a rare double protest.
They
had because you got to get your message across if you're going to do it during the Super Bowl halftime show. So it was half a Palestine protest, and then the other half was about Sudan. So there were two things that they were trying to get out, and they risked it. And they ended up, I guess, getting arrested at the Super Bowl halftime show. But yeah, personally, I know everybody was all butthurt over the reaction to this. I don't care. I'm just being real with you. I didn't know a lot of the songs. I saw people afterwards, including people like my son was like, that was good. I liked it. And I go, okay, he liked it. And
what'd you
then
say?
I saw
You're
people
an
going,
idiot.
No, he was talking about he did this and he did that and he took the shot at Drake and he did that. And the only thing I thought about in regards to Drake was when I saw the reaction afterwards, Apple Music, okay, because Apple Music sponsored the halftime show, they did a tweet, cringe as hell, where they just did "They Not Like Us" over and over and over and over and over again, like a paragraph of "They Not Like Us." And Drake literally launched Apple Music with the company. When they did the thing, they were announcing one of the biggest artists of today is going to help us launch our biggest product, Apple Music. And they brought Drake out. And now this is where things are.
It's just, I keep having these moments where I'm looking at the song, which has gone obviously platinum. It's won a bunch of awards. Here it is, the finale of the Super Bowl. And this guy must be sitting at home Jesus.
What do I gotta do?
This is the song where he calls me a pedophile. Except for in the Super Bowl. And here are my flowers for Kendrick. He censored himself so well.
What a job that was, too. Jesus, man.
He just, and every lyric, I mean, that takes some training. I mean, the three of us cannot curse at all. And even sometimes we slip up, thank God we have a dump button.
Yeah. Yeah, he put on a show. It was just not for me. I thought it was so boring.
No,
I didn't
you
know
want to
what
see
was
like
going
the
on.
Rolling Stones or something.
Not necessarily. I really liked Usher. I thought he did a good job.
Because he had roller skates on.
Because there was something happening. I didn't feel like Usher thought he was too cool for the moment. And with all due respect, I thought Kendrick Lamar totally thought he was too cool for the moment. Like, I thought he walked everywhere he went,
right.
And
lots of steps in.
And
I
just,
loved it.
Yeah, for me, it just didn't hit the mark. I really didn't even know what was going on half the time. I was just watching it, and then everything was like, oh, this white old men don't get it. I'm like, is it possible
You're
that
a white
maybe
old man.
I just didn't dig it? Like, maybe that's not for
I'm
me.
sure there's a bunch of people that didn't dig it.
A lot of people liked it, and a lot of people hated it.
But the whole stadium was A minor.
Yeah, they did sing along to that.
So did my wife. she knew some of the songs. We had the problem that we had was we had a prop sheet that everybody at our place that we were at filled out, and bet $5 on. And one of the props was how many songs, like an over-under on number of songs.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't really know any Kendrick Lamar songs. Despite the fact that I've seen him live, I don't know any Kendrick Lamar songs. So I don't know when he switches songs.
I didn't either. I know the They Not Like Us song because that was big and everybody was talking about it.
DNA, Humble.
No, sure. I know. I've heard of the Humble one.
Savage Little Hoppers covered.
I ended the show on Friday with...
I didn't know it then, and I still don't know it now.
Well, it matches perfectly with, damn it, Ace of Spades. Boom.
I ended the show on Friday with Turn This TV Off, so I knew that existed as a song. And I also thought it was weird that he's singing Turn This TV Off to a bunch of people that the NFL definitely didn't want to turn the TV off.
Also thought that was an odd choice, but...
I mean, how many times also, speaking of turning the TV off, they played the Tom Brady Snoop Dogg commercial?
Yeah, I saw that one. We'll get into like what we liked and disliked about the commercials in a little bit.
4 of the next episode stories, so I'm ready.
Well, we can wait and see what you get to on that. We've got a million things to go over today. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground and fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And we go to this is one of those how did I miss this? How did I miss this moments? I saw this weekend and I said, oh, it's got a month or so on it, but I don't know how I missed this clip. I even saved it just for the classics to keep it around. This was Trump about a month ago talking about how he was getting visits from all of the people. All of the people were visiting him. So here he is. Let's listen in.
Jeff Bezos came. Bill Gates came. Mark Zuckerberg came. Many of them came numerous times. The bankers have all come. Everybody.
Just out of context, one of my favorite clips in a long time. He's like, Mark Zuckerberg, the bankers all come. Many people came twice. And when I played this for Courtney yesterday when I was working on some stuff, she was like, he must have known he was saying that, right? No. And I go, I don't know. I don't know if he even realized what he was saying.
Jeff Bezos came. Bill Gates came. Mark Zuckerberg came. Many of them came numerous times. The bankers have all come. Everybody's coming.
Many of them came numerous times. This is my favorite thing. Because that was not even necessary. And it could have led you to believe, what are you, being a pervert, taking this out of context? But many of them came numerous times.
Everybody's coming.
It's glorious. And
it brings me back to that great mashup that somebody did where he was like he was at the convention and he was talking, he was kind of ribbing somebody in the crowd that was speaking the next day, and he was joking about how he was going to show up to make them nervous during their speech, and he said, I'm gonna come, and a lot of people did exactly what Sabrina's doing right now, very unsurprisingly, and
it was perfect.
And then there was a moment like months and months or maybe even longer later that there was some natural disaster and they needed like help. They did not need media attention.
Right.
And so I think it was Kamala Harris or somebody that was like, whatever you do, do not come.
Anytime you say it, it's just like, oh, I love it.
Get your heads out of the gutters.
My head kind of lives there, though. I don't know what to say about it. This is the reality of life. It truly is. Unfortunately, folks, this is what you're stuck with today, okay? We got a lot to talk about. Amy Caulfield, question mark? Fox had the Super Bowl, so who knows what's going on.
No, I think she's with us today.
Perfect.
All right, we'll check in with her. That's very good news to hear. We'll see what she's got going on. We'll also talk about what many people celebrated yesterday. It was a big, big day to celebrate, not for the Super Bowl, but for some other things. We'll go through the reactions. Yeah, we have a lot to discuss, and all of that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Someday, Alexa will do everything. Alexa, can you take the dog for a walk?
Ha ha ha. No way in hell.
But until then, tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Traffic still slowing down on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. There's an accident off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound before State Road 408 there. Watch out for an accident where John Young Parkway meets the Greenway. And emergency crews are clearing up an accident causing bumper-to-bumper traffic on Florida's Turnpike southbound before County Road 561. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by In Touch Ministries.
Listen to the In Touch Radio Network on iHeartRadio, featuring the biblically based teachings of Dr. Charles Stanley. Just search for the In Touch Ministries channel on the iHeartRadio app or visit intouch.org.
Folks, apparently a lot of you have decided to just relax at home today. After the Super Bowl, you're recovering. You deserve it, I think. But you also deserve to be nice and comfortable. And if your air conditioner is on the fritz, if it's not working, if things are going sideways, it's time for you to get it fixed. And you don't have to worry about getting ripped off because Mills Air is there to help. I strongly suggest you call Mills Air, a great locally owned and operated, family owned and operated company that's been in business since 1992. We're talking 33 years of keeping Central Florida cool, and their techs are the best. They can service any brand out there, so don't worry about it. You can always trust the folks over at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air, the family-owned and operated company that's here to help you out. 407-277-1159, or you can find them online at millsair.com.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
You said bye-bye to big government. Now it's time to trim the fat from big wireless. Pure Talk gives you the exact same service. They use the same cell towers, the same 5G network. You get better customer service, and you pay half the price for the exact same thing. Get unlimited talk, text, 15 gigs of data with mobile hotspot for just $35 a month. Make the switch. You simply dial pound 250, say the keyword save now, save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Eyes Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
This is Jenny Garth from I Do Part 2. Everyone's talking about GLP-1s like Ozempic, semaglutide. With Future Health, you can find out if they're right for you, too. Just go to tryfh.com, that's tryfh.com, and find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
I'm Arturo Castro, and I've been lucky enough to do stuff like Broad City, Narcos, Roadhouse, but now I'm coming out with my own podcast. Get ready for Greatest Escapes, a new comedy podcast about the wildest true escape stories in history. Each week, I'll be sitting down with some of the most hilarious actors and writers and comedians, people like Ed Helms, Diane Guerrero, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I love storytelling, and I love you.
Listen to Greatest Escapes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Greatest Escapes to start listening.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at
It actually went to work on the Monday after Super Bowl Sunday. Hey, we see you, and we'd like you to join us today. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. You know what killed me yesterday?
What?
My favorite moment, I was dying. So Courtney's sitting next to me at the bar, and she's texting her mom and dad because they went over to Bradenton for the weekend. And
party.
They were hanging out, and they were showing like it was beautiful weather over there and stuff. And Courtney goes to text her mom, and she says, hey, Mom, just checking in to see what's going on. Wanted to see where you and Dad were watching the Super Bowl today. And I'm watching her, and she starts backspacing, and she changed it to the big game because she
leave her alone. What?
She thought she wasn't allowed to put Super Bowl in the text.
Courtney, I'm with you. Don't listen to them.
And I was dying, and I was like, "Oh, what?"
Stop reading her text messages. How about that?
She's so She's such a she's based on rules, and if somebody doesn't follow the rules of the road or whatever, she gets mad about all those things. And she was like, oh,
sweet girl.
She started backing up and oh, I can't put that. It's not, I don't.
If it's any consolation, last week I go, oh, the big dance, and C Lane in my talk back goes, it's not called the big dance.
The big dance is a different game.
Okay,
Is
whatever.
it?
Maybe it's a big dance for everybody. Who says they can have the big dance?
Hey, they can't
What is
sue
the
all
big
of us. If we all say Super Bowl, they can't sue all of us. They can't take us
they
all
could
on.
sue the three of us at the same time. It's
Us,
an
yeah,
entity.
we're actually a pretty big target. One thing
No, that's cool. Yeah, let's have legal on our backs again.
That's not our fault either.
One thing that I noticed was I seemed to be the only person celebrating the holiday yesterday. I don't get it. Know why anybody else wasn't on board. Everybody had their Super Bowl stuff and they were supporting their teams, but I guess I'm the only one that pays attention to what's happening in the world, because yesterday was officially the first Gulf of America Day. And
wow, that's
yeah.
Nobody.
Didn't get that memo, bud.
No, it says right here, Presidential Actions Gulf of America Day 2025.
And that was right to your email?
Have we even changed the name yet?
This is from the federal government, whitehouse.gov. And it says, by the President of the United States, today I'm very honored to recognize February 9th as the first ever Gulf of America Day. And this is the first one. Nobody was celebrating. Zero people out there.
No one's on the email list like you are, Sean.
I didn't find this from the email list, although I am on all the email lists, and I can't get off half of them. But Gulf of America Day 2025, #1. And if you were celebrating like a true American, you were there. You understand what it was all like. What about the Super Bowl for the national anthem? Who was the national anthem singer again?
John Baptiste. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was good. I like that
It was
dude.
fantastic.
#1, like that guy's piano. I don't know if that's like a type of piano you can buy or something, or if that's
What do you
his
mean?
special piano. It had like a crazy paint job on it if you didn't see it. John Baptiste, who I don't know much about him at all. He gets up there. He's got this white piano with all this like color splatter everywhere on it. Super cool looking. And I thought that was good. I wasn't as thrilled with was it America the Beautiful or something that they did before that, where they kind of New Orleans it up?
With Trombone Shorty?
Yeah, the guy on the trombone was pretty boss, but
That's
I don't know
Trombone
about
Shorty.
the rest of it.
Pretty boss.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I thought he was good.
There was a pregame moment where they had a New Orleans preservation jazz band. I think I'm missing a word in there. But they had those guys, and they're very famous, especially they're big in New Orleans, and they had them be part of the pregame show. And they had, the old white guys, doing the commentary and stuff, and they come out and they're, look at the Preservation Hall
By
jazz
the way,
band.
Those old dudes, like Terry Bradshaw and then somebody else.
You're probably talking
a very
about,
familiar face, but both of them were like significantly older looking than I remember. In
One
my
of
entire
them,
lifetime.
one of them, as the band is coming out, goes, and they have 2 trombonists, so they're serious.
Oh,
I went,
okay, wow.
what? That's what it takes is 2 trombonists?
If not, they're a joke.
You're talking about, is it Jimmy Johnson? What's that dude's name?
It must have been Jimmy Johnson. It was like, I recognize his face. Obviously, I know Terry Bradshaw, but they were the oldest ones there. And they have significantly aged in the last 5 years.
Do you know what's kind of wild
Jimmy
about
Johnson,
that?
for sure.
What's wild about that, Sabrina, is they did this whole video production that was done in AI, and it was very weird. Very, very weird. It was there was a narrator telling the story of Jimmy Johnson's life.
Hi, Jimmy born
Johnson
James.
First got into the game of football, and it's all AI. They've AI'd him into this whole big scene that they've done, completely done in AI. And at the end, they go to him live, and he's crying. He's got a tear rolling down his cheek. And he goes, "It's the first time I've seen that. It's bringing out a lot of emotions in me." Jimmy
First
Johnson.
time you've seen footage that you were not in originally?
He hadn't seen the AI production that was put together, but he just saw it and he was crying, right?
Or just like a tribute package.
Yeah.
In general.
And then he made a statement, and afterwards, this is how you know you're old. all the other guys on the panel go, "Is that goodbye? Is that Is that goodbye?"
That's awkward.
Like, hey, are you retiring right now? Are you announcing your retirement
and
from?
he said no.
And he goes, one thing at a time. Took him a while to get there like that.
Yeah. Well, I made a mistake on my prop sheet. We're talking about the national anthem going on. And the first thing on the list was, will John Batiste do the national anthem in under 120 seconds?
We are shredding her.
Absolutely. I guess I'll go through fun facts from the 90s.
There'll still be something left.
And in my head, I go, all right, I need to sing the national anthem in my head and time it so I could see, like, is that a lofty goal, 120 seconds? And so I did. I got the stopwatch on my watch, and I'm just sitting there, like, trying to sing the national anthem and not look weird because I'm thinking about it too hard. And I did, and I was like, there's no way it's going to take less than a minute 20. No way. Because I read 120 seconds and thought a minute 20 in my head. But that is 2 minutes. So,
you bet on this? You bet on it with that in mind?
Yeah. So then the national anthem starts, and we all agree it's like from the moment his voice, from the moment he starts singing, that's when it starts. And everybody's timing it, and they're like, oh yeah, he's not going to get to 120 seconds. There's no way he gets to 2 minutes. And I went, oh, son of a bitch, I totally got this wrong. I was like, yeah, he's going to do it. And as he was approaching 2 minutes, he's like, and the home, and the home. And he just kept repeating, and the home. I was like, he's going to make it. He's going to make it. Of the brave 159. I was like, stop, man.
The over-under for the national anthem was set at 120.5 seconds, and he sang it exactly 120 seconds.
That's crazy. That's like as close as you could be. My God. Somebody said he sucked, and he
was great.
They were comparing him to this guy.
Who?
They compared him to this dude, who I have never even seen this before, but they said
Gage Charles.
Gage Charles. Nail it, Gage.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light?
What are they talking about? This guy's drilling it so far.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he's captain of Nerdville.
As
He
far
looks
as
like
pitch goes.
He doesn't look like a cool cat, but he's doing it.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
Check that off.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars were so gallantly there.
Now, we've got the melody, but the lyrics are changing.
We're so gallantly there is a bold move,
It
sir.
gets better.
All right.
As the rockets were there. And
Everything's
the
there.
twilights
We're there, too.
And the rockets glare and glare. Were so gallantly there. The stripes were all there.
This is a joke.
Rockets
No.
were there.
No.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet blaze for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, nice work. There you go.
And when they
There you
gave
go.
the microphone back, you could see his grip ingrained into it.
Oh, hang on. I got to see this. So does it all settle in that he's just made a tragic mistake?
Hey.
Oh, damn it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
He just goes, well.
He's like, I practiced the instrumental, and I forgot the lyrics.
You win some and you lose some. All right. We have many things to get into. We got our friend Amy Caulfield joining us before too long. We got your dispatches rolling in here live on the show. We've got a special supercut that we have to play here momentarily. If we can, I think. I don't know.
Hey, it was proper press conference style, presidential, not our words. You know
We
what I'm saying?
are rolling the
FCC?
dice because we're alone here. Nobody else is working on the day after the Super Bowl. So why not risk it? And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at CoolToday.com.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Monday forecast. And the rest of our day does feature plenty of dry time and sunshine. Temperatures will once again be well above normal for this time of year with a high of 84 degrees. We'll see a couple of stray showers for tomorrow, but really the big story will be the warm temperatures by Thursday with a high of 89 degrees. That will all be out ahead of our next system, helping to bring with it multiple rounds of rain by Friday and into our weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help you troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Oh, mornings. Some people love them.
Okay, you have everything for your math test. And Mom, you have my lunch.
Some people hate them.
Everybody get in the car. Go, go, go.
We've all got to do them. Good thing Wawa's up and ready for you every morning. With fresh coffee, hot Sizzlies, and fast, friendly service to keep your morning moving right along. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more. That's InvisibleFence.com.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got a clogged drain.
A clogged brain? I have that sometimes.
No, a clogged drain.
Try yoga or drinking tea. Earl Grey is the best.
Earl Grey? No, I'm calling Frank A.
What do they know about tea?
When it comes to clogged drains and plumbing issues, you want a trustworthy, courteous technician that's dedicated to customer satisfaction.
That's the Frank A way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Are you ready to sell your commercial real estate and cash in on your investment? Don't wait. With the market heating up, buyers are eager and the selling opportunities are endless. Our expert team at Transworld will help you get the best deal for your property. We handle everything from listing to closing so you can focus on what matters most to you. Call Transworld Commercial Real Estate at 800-205-7605 or visit transworldcre.com. Again, that's transworldcre.com. Call today to schedule a consultation. Our dedicated professionals will provide a free property assessment and a customized marketing plan to attract the right buyers. One more time, call Transworld Commercial Real Estate at 800-205-7605 or transworldcre.com.
Starting the journey to become a nurse can be confusing, but the first step is surprisingly simple. Join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. You'll get to meet advisors, current students, and faculty. Plus, learn about the personalized student support Galen offers to help you succeed in nursing school. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, February 18th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. by visiting galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Get Wawa Rewards' biggest deal of the year before it's gone. Any size hot coffee for $1. Any size iced coffee for $2. And a 16-ounce Monster Energy for $3. You can redeem these bonus offers every day, as many times as you want, now through February 16th. Don't miss it. $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy drinks. Unlimited, now through February 16th. Gotta have a Wawa.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
The day after the Super Bowl, and probably the most sober and clear-headed I've been on a day after a Super Bowl in my life.
Why is that?
I mean, I think I just drank a little less last night than I normally do. I wasn't sober. I didn't completely go sober, but I've been trying to intake less alcohol.
Pussy.
And I'm waving the white flag over here. I figure at some point I have to just bring it down a little bit. And
I mean, I'm there with you. Especially last week. And, you know, I appreciate you guys. Obviously, I was gone because I did so much throwing up last week.
For those of you who don't know, Sabrina took 2 days off to get really hammered last week.
Yeah.
And that's what she's addressing.
Oh, my God, I should stop this. And then I just kept throwing it up and drinking more.
Did you actually get the flu? Did you? I mean, obviously you might not know.
I think it was like a stomach flu or bug or whatever it was.
A lot of people got the flu right now. Like, there's a lot going around.
I was done for everything.
Both of my parents got it, and they are in two separate sides of town.
Right. Yeah,
but,
it's tough.
It was those moments where I'm like, maybe I should just like not do it. I don't think I didn't drink that whole time, but you're wondering if like, does that have something to do with how my body is reacting to a bug that finds its way in? They're like, look at all this Jameson that's here. Let me.
Although I do hate the idea that what if I completely stop drinking and my immune system gets worse? I won't be able to take that.
That's how I feel about smoking.
I gotta keep going because
if I find out
that this was the only thing keeping me together, then I'm gonna be really pissed off about stuff. I'm not gonna be happy. Okay, we're going to go to some of your dispatches here in a moment. We will work you in on the show. Tell us what you thought. Maybe you have comments on the Super Bowl halftime show. Maybe you liked the Super Bowl. Maybe you had a really good time. We can also discuss what happened in the aftermath of all of this. I'm going to say something, and I don't even think this is a slightly bit controversial. It's not controversial in the slightest, I don't think. But I realized while watching the game, which was the first time.
The big game, you mean?
Watching the biggest of games. The first time all year since the last Super Bowl that I've watched an entire sports game. All right.
I actually didn't watch the entire game.
Yeah, I didn't either. We started watching a Reese Witherspoon movie in the fourth quarter.
We were watching Breaking Bad.
We turned off after Kendrick and put on some night. We're catching up on the first season of Night Agent because the second season is out, but we don't remember what happened in the first one.
Same here.
So I was like, so this game's boring. You want to watch Night Agent after we watch the halftime show?
That's how bad it was.
I will see your Night Agent and your Reese Witherspoon and raise you. I fell asleep during the Breaking Bad, and I woke up at 3 a.m. and I could not go back to sleep.
Oh,
so
no.
I put on the Wild Robot.
Oh, that was supposed to be cute, that movie.
I was at 4 a.m. hysterically crying by myself in bed. Well, Nicole was just completely passed out. And I'm like, you should, oh yeah, you're sleeping because
Wake
I
up
should
and
be
cry with
sleeping.
me.
My Carl, get over here. It was such a great movie. I absolutely loved it. I hope they have a 2.
It was the first sports game. I never know what to say when I say
dance.
that. This is
football
the
game.
first football game that I watched. Well, just sports in general. The first entire game of a sporting match that I watched since the last Super Bowl. And I realized 2 things are fundamentally true in my universe, like without question. Number 1, I'm very out of touch, and I'm late on this.
At a time?
But whatever they started doing with the kick after they score a touchdown is the dumbest thing that has ever happened to sports in the history of ever.
You mean the extra point?
No, the kick returns. You know what an extra point is? When they do the kick returns now, all the players have to stay frozen on the field.
I thought they'd been doing that.
It may have been going on for a while, but I'm new to this. I have never seen that before. It is the dumbest thing I've seen in any sport ever. I hate that. Just stupid.
You'd rather them
really
catch
dumb.
it and run as fast as they can.
I only watch football for the CTE, okay? That's why I'm tuning in. So I want to watch them plow into each other.
That's dark.
I want to watch when somebody kicks off, the defender running full speed down the field and wah! And I want to, they're wait. They just wait. Somebody said it just started this season. I don't like that.
I've seen it so many times. They
I've
catch
never
the
seen it
ball and then
before.
don't they take a knee or they?
No, you're talking about a fair catch. When they kick off the ball after a score now, or I guess whenever they kick off the ball, nobody can move an inch until the person catches the ball. So the field is just still. The ball is kicked and everybody's like, it must be the greatest thing ever for kickers. Anybody could be a kicker now.
Unless you mess up.
Anybody could go out there and be a kicker. Nobody's coming after you. Nobody's crossing the line to try to stop you when you're doing the kickoff. It is the most boring thing. BDMX says a guy died. They had to change it. Too bad. I'm sorry. I like rip and all that, but it's so uncomfortable and weird. And every boomer says that. Maybe so. I don't know. Maybe I'm full boomer territory. I just thought it was weird. I thought it was really, really weird and strange to watch that. So that was one fundamental truth in my boomer universe. The other one is, I think Tom Brady sucks as a sports broadcaster. I don't find him to be particularly interesting. By the third quarter, his voice was struggling so bad. He was like ripping through his voice and he couldn't speak correctly. It was like all distorted. And then
Thomas.
And he, I don't know. It's just, he's not fantastic.
Which is weird because it doesn't seem like there's a lot to say.
Do you have any good things to say about the Super Bowl, Sean?
Not that I can think of. I told you I like the Baptiste guy. I thought he was pretty great. I loved all of the footage of New Orleans because New Orleans has been on one, man.
I also had some anxiety.
Yeah,
that clip I sent you guys. I think it was before everything started. It was so packed.
This was Bourbon Street the day before the Super Bowl when a DJ did like a surprise set.
No way. Never in a million years.
Yeah, no.
It's a nightmare.
It's busier than Mardi Gras. It's literally busier than Mardi Gras. The streets are so full that I don't know who would ever want to be there, or who would want to do this. But
I saw a bunch of people out there for the pregame, and I go, I wonder how many of them, because they did interview somebody who'd been to like 13 Super Bowls, which, I mean, good for you on whatever financial decisions have brought you to this.
They have a lot of points on their credit card.
Holy cow.
But I wondered, like, for the people that are just crowding Bourbon Street for this part, how many of them are actually going to the game? Like, or is it just you're there for the fun of it and just to be in the atmosphere? It looked like fun to me. I don't know.
To you wanted to be in that crowd?
I didn't say I wanted to be there, but I said it looked like fun for the people who were there.
It looks like the opposite of fun to me.
It didn't look as bad as Times Square on New Year's Eve.
I mean, they're not all like dancing and everyone's just moving around like a school of fish. Actually, a school of fish are a little bit more organized.
No, this is everybody going different directions as opposed to that.
And going to what? Nothing.
And a smoky haze over Bourbon Street,
See,
and like
I'll
people
go in that balcony area. Count me in on that.
Yeah, but how much
But I'm
did that
stuck
run?
there for hours.
I mean, it must have been expensive to get one of these balconies, and you're always running the risk that balcony is on its last day, and then you're just on Bourbon Street with a bunch of pieces of wood around you. What's left of your friend that was next to you? Dark thoughts, but it's just true.
Someone poops in that street for sure.
This photo, can I get in close enough? I don't know. Can I get in close enough? There's a sign.
Rick's?
I'm not.
Oh.
This is huge ass.
Wait, that's a huge ass grenade.
Huge
or
ass
something, right?
beers. It's huge ass beers, I think.
Nice.
It's one spot right there.
What
on
gentleman's
Bourbon Street.
club is that there?
Rick's Cabaret is what we're looking at.
No, there's a different one in between it.
If that's the
I don't
Playboy
know.
one, last
Tilly's?
time I went was like the weekend before Mardi Gras and before everything shut down for COVID. And it got so crowded that I was like, and then went into this strip club that no one was in. And the strippers were like, hey, come here, gal. You're in a
Wow.
safe space now.
Like
And
a
I'm
therapy strip club?
I felt,
And
I was
then they
like,
said,
can I grab
everybody
a
else
drink?
here is so lame. We should hang out.
Yeah, absolutely.
In
I
the
could
room.
change her. All right,
Talk
we got
about
to
a
take a quick
big
break.
dance.
When we come back, we're going to hang out with our friend Amy Caulfield.
Yay.
She's the best.
Don't make
and
it
the
weird,
show
Sean.
is not officially launched until we talk to her on a Monday. So we're going to do that. Amy Caulfield coming up next in the News Junkie.
This is Robert from Rockledge, Florida, and I just won $1,000.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
There's heavy delays on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429, bumper-to-bumper traffic due to a couple accidents on Florida's Turnpike here, southbound before County Road 561. The left lane's blocked there. There's an accident southbound near Hancock Road. All lanes are blocked where Silver Star Road meets Hiawassee Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Real Radio has more winners of our national keyword contest than almost any other radio station in the country. What do our listeners know?
They gave the hint that the call would come in within an hour and they wouldn't have a caller ID.
Saw the no caller ID and I was like, no way.
They say to answer your phone if the number is private or unknown.
Seems pretty simple. Listen for the keyword, enter it at realradio.fm, and answer the phone if it rings.
Hi, I'm Linda from Winter Park.
This is Robert from Rockledge, Florida.
Hi, I'm Kara from Apopka.
John from Lake Mary, and I just won $1,000.
Listening to Real Radio 104.1.
This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Meet the Real Radio 104.1 Street Team, powered by Farrah and Farrah, at events all over Central Florida and win great prizes. For a complete listing of upcoming events, visit realradio.fm/events. Sponsored by Farrah and Farrah, Orlando's personal injury attorneys.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore.
Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says love like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Talk of the Town Restaurant Group. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And this year, we're taking it up a notch with a 3-day romantic getaway to places like New York, Napa, and Savannah. Just spend $2,500 on your jewelry and we'll set you up in a 4-star hotel in the romantic city of your choice. Spend $5,000 and we'll throw in the airfare and some spending money. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Mall at Millennia, and Waterford Lakes. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
For more than 35 years, Florida Prepaid has been helping families save for college. As the largest, most successful prepaid program in the nation, parents can rest easy knowing their investment is safe and sound because it's protected by the state of Florida. It's the risk-free, worry-free way to save for your child's future, so you have absolutely nothing to lose sleep over. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Plans start at just $29 a month. Enroll today.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
At iHeartRadio after the Super Bowl, joined by the other soldier, strong and willing to work after the Super Bowl, even when it was on her own network, Amy Caulfield.
Hey,
Who's tired this morning?
Yeah.
Who's tired? We're all tired.
A little bit. I'm feeling it just a little bit right now, Amy.
Are you?
But we had to watch the game. It was the big event that was going down last night. Did your team win? Were you excited? What'd you think?
So I'm not a big NFL person. If I had to pick a NFL team.
Yeah, not like Sean.
Yeah, I did see it actually. Very nice, Sean.
Yeah.
Very nice. It's very sporty of you.
This is as far as I
If I had
go.
to pick a team, I like the Buffalo Bills. I really like Josh Allen, and so I'm a fan of the Bills. So they didn't make it, obviously. So then I was rooting for the Eagles, just because I don't know. It's not that I have anything against the Chiefs. It's just I'm kind of like the person that's like, let somebody else win.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Courtney and I were divided on that, and we don't usually disagree on stuff like this. But she goes, I root for winners. I want them to win again. And I go, really? I said, don't you like when the team that you didn't expect to win, like the underdog win? No,
she
I don't
hates
like
underdogs. She's just not a fan.
That's funny.
She's underdogs are losers most of the time.
Okay. All right.
I'm like, okay, geez. All right, so
that's hilarious.
So the Eagles did very, very well. It was the first time for me watching a full football game all year. I said just moments ago, I don't like the thing that they do this year where during the kickoff, everybody just freezes, like red light, green light is on red light mode. And then they don't move until the ball is caught. That seems weird, but a lot of people have a lot of opinions on this. Let's start off with you here, Amy Kaufeld.
Okay.
Did you think it was a good game or a boring game?
Good game, a boring game.
Okay, that's a good question. I thought it was exciting. I felt like the Eagles, and I like football, so I felt like the Eagles defense was just absolutely incredible. I know Jalen Hurts won MVP, and I thought he played great. But I just couldn't get over the defense. I mean, to be able to shut down the Chiefs in the first half of that game, I think I read that Mahomes only had 30 yards passing, which is like
crazy,
unheard of. So
Don't
to
act
be
like
able
you
to
read
shut
that, Sean.
to me.
No, but I know that he didn't do much. They didn't even have the ball that much.
Here's the thing, Amy. What's happening right now when we open this up for you was you're sounding a lot more like you know what you're talking about.
She knows football. She's like when they had Amy Kaufeld's like when they had Timothy Chalamet on a football thing I saw, and everybody was blown away by how much she knows. Amy knows her sport. She's way more worse.
It's not looking good for us right now, and your NFL hat, sir.
Oh, stop. Sean has his hat on.
I know.
That counts.
I'm a supporter.
NFL's going to be like, sir, we need you to remove that,
I did think it was a good
please.
game.
You did like it? Okay. So
I did. But overall, I felt like the whole thing, I wasn't blown away by any of the ads. I wasn't blown away by the halftime show. Obviously it was sort of an anticlimactic game because the Eagles really had the game won within the first half of the game.
Yeah.
So overall, I mean, but there was a lot of cool stuff leading up to it. I really liked, I don't know if you guys saw the Lady Gaga where she was playing the piano in the middle of Bourbon Street and everybody was standing around her. I thought that was really beautiful. I love that they did a dedication and they had family members for each of the people who died in the terrorist attack on the field. I thought that was beautiful.
I thought it was beautiful, but such a weird time of the game. Right before the coin flip. And then, I mean, you'd think maybe the national anthem where it's a little bit more somber or something along those lines, but then you just have all right, everyone's standing around.
I didn't have a problem with the timing. I thought it was okay. It was a little awkward, but I thought it was okay that they did that. What I don't like is when they feel like they have to please everybody. So they go to all of the victims of this tragic terrorist attack in New Orleans just weeks ago. Here are their family members. And then they go, oh, and by the way, the fire is in Los Angeles and the plane crash in Philadelphia and D.C.
Yeah, you don't have to do all that. I'm with you.
And
I'm with you.
I go, seems like you wanted to lump in every recent thing.
Right?
Yeah,
and I get it. And they're thinking it's a nationwide broadcast, but the idea, or to me, the importance of having the victims and their families there was that it happened in New Orleans, and that's where the Super Bowl is. I'm with you, Sean. You don't need to mention It's kind of to me, which I hate, is when they do the press conferences after there's a tragedy and everybody has to do the attaboys. Oh, and thank you to this person and thank you to that person. I'm like, Oh my gosh.
We don't need
Stop,
that.
You know, just get to what we need to know. You don't need to thank every person in the room.
Also, I think the risk that you run into is very much the one that every year when the award show does the in memoriam. You know, if you're going to do every tragedy that's been happening recently, there's going to be one group of people that go, "You didn't mention my tragedy. Where was my mention at the Super Bowl?"
What about North Carolina? Mai Tai on YouTube says, Lil Wayne should have done the halftime show. It was a NOLA, for God's sakes. If you haven't seen Lil Wayne perform a concert in a very long time or ever, I could see why you would say that. But if you have seen Lil Wayne perform a concert.
Coming out with an album soon, or
he's so
recently,
stoned in an
7.
outer place. It's just like it would not have been better. It would not have been better. The one thing I learned from the halftime show, which I also thought was boring and very, I don't know, it didn't do it for me. When I was watching it, I said, I've never really seen Kendrick Lamar for this long, and I didn't realize he was such a short king. I didn't realize that
his pants were way too long.
No, they were regular sized pants. He's just not a regular sized guy.
It looked ridiculous. They were like dragging all over the stage.
Fox 35 GDO just recently, I think it was during Extra. Yeah, because I was out sick. I got to actually watch it. You were talking about her skinny jeans back or not, and then somebody he did a flare though, and I'm like, oh my God, the flares are really back, but I cannot bring myself to wearing them at all. And
why not?
No.
I mean, I'm back to skinny jeans because I don't want them to drag while I do a rap performance in a football field.
Well, I did like a couple of the celebrity appearances. I like Samuel L. Jackson, and I thought using him was a smart idea for Kendrick Lamar, like to get the haters before the haters can say the thing.
Uncle Sam was cool too.
Yeah, I get that. I thought that was it was a clever move to sort of disengage the haters who were going to crap on the halftime show like I've been. But
you were not one of the ones disengaged by Mr. Jackson.
No, I was.
But I love Serena Williams. That was my favorite.
I started off so
that was
excited.
Cute, her little dance.
I was watching, and then I saw all the. Oh my God! I almost just said the very wrong thing.
Okay.
All the guys in the colored shirts. I was going to say the colored guys, which would have been very wrong. All the guys in the colored shirts who were sometimes like their faces were covered, and then they're spinning around like a clock, and I go, okay, this is cool. And I was excited about that, but then it just never got there for me. It never got to a place where...
You know who I liked in the halftime show? I did think Serena's little dance was cute. I liked SZA. I'm like, can we hear more of her?
Great.
Her voice is so beautiful.
Yeah, but there was a 0% chance she was actually singing that, right?
Yeah, that's probably true. But she did sound good. She did. A couple of people did comment that it sounded like Kendrick Lamar actually was doing his own lyrics and wasn't like lip syncing, which is good. I just couldn't understand what he was saying.
Right. I mean, some of the songs you have to know ahead of time. I mean, even a couple weeks ago, we were talking about Not Like Us, and Sean actually read the lyrics.
Yeah.
And it turns out there's a lot of loops and holes. If not, everyone else is just like A minor.
People,
oh my gosh.
People will come down on you for messing up the words of the national anthem, but you have to know your version of the song and then the things that you can actually say into your microphone at that moment.
That's brilliant, man.
If you miss one word...
What did you think of Baptiste? I thought it was beautiful. There were people hating on him because he like they said that he made it creative, but I'm sorry, it's the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
Exactly.
I love that it had a New Orleans spin.
Listen to this criticism.
I thought it was cool.
Listen, he made it.
They're weird.
He made it creative.
Oh, God forbid.
How dare he?
Right, but like you know how people are like, no, it has to be sung a certain way.
But then Chris Stapleton with the cowboy hat, they're like, oh, it's the most beautiful rendition we've ever heard.
Sabrina, amen, because he made it creative. He put a Chris Stapleton spin on it, and John Baptiste put a New Orleans. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I thought he did very well, and I was saying that his piano. I don't know anything about pianos, but as far as I'm concerned, that's the coolest piano I've ever seen.
Is that what you want for your birthday?
The paint scheme.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was cool.
I liked that a lot, and I thought that he did a good job, and. I think they know what they were getting into with, and they always do with the halftime performers that they pick, because I was trying to explain this to Courtney. I said, to me, the halftime show is not some sort of thank you to the audience that's been there the entire time watching the game all year long. The halftime show is, generally speaking, a tool to bring in new people or people who wouldn't otherwise be a part of the Super Bowl audience.
Or promote your tour that he just announced.
So no, that's what his agenda will be.
Because they don't get paid. You know, the
No.
halftime performers do not get
Yeah.
paid. I don't know if a lot of people know that.
They don't get paid. They have to invest their own money into this a lot of times.
Right.
And what they're trying to do with somebody like Kendrick Lamar is not please the oldos that are watching. They're trying to get the younger folks who wouldn't otherwise care about the Super Bowl, maybe. That's what the overall mission is there. I just, at the end of the day, thought it was pretty damn boring. But here we are. And then you have to get up this morning. Did you party at all for the Super Bowl? Is this morning rough?
No, we were pretty chill. I actually went to bed as soon as the Chiefs finally scored in the second half. So after halftime was over, I was like, okay, Chiefs scored, I'm going to bed. There was no way they were going to catch up at that point. I was actually surprised.
Was that pre-party like at Fox 35?
Oh,
The one
yeah,
in the
we did a
morning?
big Super Bowl pregame show yesterday. It was a lot of fun, actually. That was really cool. So from 8 to 10, we brought out like a high school jazz band. We had, Seminole High School Dazzlers. We had the Lake Mary Pop Warner cheer team. We had a couple of NFL players, Kawika Mitchell and Mike McGlynn, who both played in the NFL. One of them actually played for the Chiefs and the Eagles, so that was cool.
dang.
And then we had Connie Harburg. She was amazing. She's like NFL history. She's the first female NFL scout.
And I love that
back in the
interview.
night. So
She's a badass.
wasn't she great?
Oh, she was great. And they played a little bit of her history, talked about her, showed the old photos. And as soon as you started talking to her, she's like, yeah, you got to go in there and you don't know what you're going to do. And she just seems like somebody who obviously would be very successful in this business. And it's an attitude like that where she wants other women to succeed in it. But you got to be hard like her. I mean, she was
yes,
tough.
amen, right? And you have to have thick skin, and a lot of women don't. Unfortunately, like we tend to get our feelings hurt, and that Connie was
Why
like,
did you
nope,
say
I'm
that,
just going to
Amy?
keep plowing forward.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, up and at 'em today. You went to work. Good on you for that. We did as well, but nobody else did. We're we're talking to
like the only people.
Yeah, we're talking to 4 people today who decided to
There's
wake up and go
nobody
to
in
work.
this building right now.
the iHeart is empty. Nobody decided to come in.
Oh, it's funny.
Well, what else is grabbing your attention today? Anything else?
A couple things that will pique the interest of your listeners. At 2:30 today, Jalen Hurts will do the Super Bowl MVP parade at Walt Disney World, which is super cool. So we have a crew there, so we'll make sure we show video of Jalen in the Super Bowl parade. Just a great guy, he's a great backstory, and so looking forward to that. And then also today, we talked about this quite a bit this morning, and I think this is interesting, and maybe a lot of people don't know this. So Darren Soto, who's a representative for part of Central Florida, he's a U.S. congressman, is asking for funding to replace the computers inside of the control tower at MCO. So we've, of course, been talking a lot about, what happened in the control tower in Washington, D.C. the night of the American Airlines crash. And what we found out is that the computer equipment inside the tower at MCO is basically outdated. It's from the 1980s. And Representative Soto compared it to like playing an Atari game from the 1980s. He said it still works. It's still functional.
So
but
we
it's
have
not
a
as
brand
good as
new
it could be.
terminal with LED ceilings, but we're still using 1980s software?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of this money, this is like federally funded money. And so Soto is asking for money to upgrade the computer equipment. And MCO is obviously in favor of this. They said, listen, what we have in there works fine, but would it be amazing to have, updated, better technology? Yes. And I think all of us, in light of seeing what happened, we still don't know exactly what happened in D.C. that night, but we do know that there was one person short in that control tower. Would better equipment, would, more updated technology have helped to prevent that? We don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would make me feel better.
Right. Yeah, it seems like that would be a smart idea. It certainly doesn't seem like it would make it worse in any way.
Right.
I just know I want to make sure that no matter what happens.
1980s computers don't connect to the internet. Might be a better thing.
To hackers, right. No matter what happens to the airport, I don't want them to take the birds out of it because I like that randomly birds made their way into our airport and now we just deal with it. Just birds live at the Orlando
It's so
airport.
weird.
It's very
Isn't
strange.
it? Like, don't you wonder how they get in there? And then, like, what do they do? Like, where do they eat? I don't know. I feel bad for them.
They're hanging out. They're just doing their thing. They live in a fake tree. There's a fake tree, and the birds are in. The birds have no idea the tree's fake. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a whole thing. Yeah, and I've heard people say we got to get these animals out of here. We got to get the birds out of here. No way.
Leave the birds.
Yeah, we got a good gimmick going on. This is a fun time. I think.
Yeah, the carpet and the birds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do love the carpet.
Yeah. Everybody loves the carpet.
And
I think
that
it's
weird
got its
statue
own,
of the guy laying down, right?
I think the carpet has its own IG
yeah.
account.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we got a lot of interesting stuff at our airport, folks. We don't mean to brag here, but, you know, this
what do you
just
do
a
with your
little-
life and city?
All right. It's always a blast talking to you.
Oh, love you guys so much.
And she's the best of the best. Make sure you're starting every single day if you're here in town locally watching Fox 35 and watching Amy and the crew over at GDO. And no matter where you are, go to the website fox35orlando.com, and this is a great spot to find out what's happening in the world. Just your starting point to tackle the day. And it's one of the many websites that I use, and it's one of my favorite websites, fox35orlando.com. We love Amy, and it's always a blast talking to you on a Monday. Thank
Love you guys.
There
Have
she
a great
is.
week.
You
Are you guys
too.
working on President's Day?
We are not.
Hell no.
Okay.
Wait.
All right. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll miss you.
Wait, is President's Day next Monday, obviously?
Yeah,
Oh.
next Monday. You get a day off.
I don't know. They don't tell me anything around here. I was busy celebrating the Gulf of America Day by myself. Nobody else was on board with that.
The Gulf.
Okay. We appreciate you. We love you. And we'll see you next week.
Love
Amy
you guys.
Caulfield from
Love
Fox
you.
35. There she goes. All right, quick break. When we come back, it got wild in the streets last night after the Super Bowl victory for the Eagles, and there's no better way to celebrate than to commit some crimes.
Climb poles.
Climb the poles, commit the crimes, break the laws, do all that. What went down? We'll talk about it. That is coming up next in the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's multiple accidents to keep an eye out for on Florida's Turnpike southbound near County Road 561. The left lane's blocked there. There's an accident southbound after Hancock Road blocking the left lane as well. There's an accident on John Young Parkway where it meets the Greenway. All lanes are blocked where Silver Star Road meets Hiawassee Road. Traffic is still slowing down on I-4 there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center of James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
If you want to find out about a reverse mortgage, that mortgage guy Don can help. Rates are improving, and that makes the terms even more favorable. You want to find out how it works? Well, that mortgage guy, Dom, will get you some numbers and explain the details. And then you decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver, especially for people over 62 on a fixed income. So get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Starting the journey to become a nurse can be confusing, but the first step is surprisingly simple. Join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. You'll get to meet advisors, current students, and faculty. Plus, learn about the personalized student support Galen offers to help you succeed in nursing school. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, February 18th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. by visiting galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hi, I've got a circuit breaker that keeps popping.
Okay, let me go online to get you scheduled.
That's great. Come on, what kind of a low-tech operation is this?
Here we go.
You've got mail. Ugh, I should have called Frank Gay.
When you have an electrical problem, you want a licensed and insured technician with the latest tools and technology to complete the job right. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Learn more about where your food comes from the people who grow your food. Visit the Florida State Fair's Ag Hall of Fame Pavilion February 7th through the 9th and 14th through the 16th to meet your hard-working Fresh from Florida farmers.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by the Original Superglue. Buy qualifying Original Superglue products and save $10 per ticket. Offer available at participating Tools Ace Hardware Store locations. Coming to Camping World Stadium March 1st. So lock in your seats today.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
This is Jenny Garth from I Do Part 2. Who do you know on Ozempic or semaglutide right now? Probably a ton of people. I know a ton of people too because it's everywhere. And for good reason. These groundbreaking GLP-1 medications are changing the weight loss game. At Future Health, they make accessing them simple, safe, and affordable. Their program connects you with licensed doctors who specialize in GLP-1 treatments, including Ozempic and semaglutide, so you can get the support you need to reach your weight loss goals. With Future Health, you'll have access to these trusted weight loss meds, plus ongoing care through their network of over 6,000 doctors and pharmacies nationwide. Find out if weight loss meds are for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed, provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
In a world where every second counts,
bird flu is spreading nationwide, driving up egg prices.
iHeartRadio has one podcast that keeps you informed. 24/7 News. The latest. Today's latest news every hour in just 4 minutes.
Rex Heuermann's case is being adjourned again.
Be the first to know.
President Trump has sent a loud and clear message.
iHeartRadio's 24/7 News. The latest. Open the free iHeart app and listen now.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, PAY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos.
Last-ditch effort to make things more exciting for me. I made a bet, and I was such an amateur at this that I made a bet on the what's the app that you're allowed to bet on?
Hard Rock Bet.
the Hard Rock Bet app. Yeah. So I popped that up and I made a bet. And the first thing I did was I just saw one right on the homepage and I said, that sounds interesting. And I clicked on it and bet on it. Little did I know or give it enough time to think about it. Those are the ones for the suckers because they're so confident it's not going to happen. They're advertising it on the main page of their app. What an idiot. And I send it over to Dylan and I go, I made a bet. I said, I bet $100. If I win, I get $2,400. And he's like, oh, my God, you casual. And he explained what I needed to happen. He called me a casual. And I go, oh, dude.
I'm surprised he didn't like shorten it to cash or something.
And it's just full casual. And he goes, here's what you need to happen. You need this to happen and this. And I say, okay. And I go, oh, they've dodo-proofed it. I can go on the app and see my bet. And it gives me a little green check mark if the thing happens that I need to happen.
That is fantastic. That is a really great evolution in the gambling world where like you can know what the status is. If you have a parlay like yours where there was multiple things that needed to happen for you to win money, you can see how close you are.
Right. Am I winning or not? What the hell's happening here? And the answer was not. Not even close. I'd go back, but I'm pretty sure I did not win that and ended up losing. Finished. Yeah, that's a loss. That's a loss for me. Did I even get one? Oh, I got 2 of the 4 things I needed to happen.
You got wasn't one of them a Jalen Hurts touchdown?
Yeah, and I didn't know. I thought, well, it says he has to score a touchdown. Does that mean he has to catch the touchdown? Because that's going to be hard. He's a quarterback. And just a lot of dumb stuff going through my head. But
there was also something we bet on that I had seen a lot of times, and I did not know it had this name. Do you know what a tush push is?
No, I never heard of that.
I had about one this morning.
The tush push is like when they're at the goal line and they just kind of like climb over a bunch of dudes to score the touchdown. But I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that tons of times. I never heard anybody call it a tush push.
I didn't know it was officially called that either. I'm learning stuff here in the sports world.
Although I think the Eagles call it the brotherly shove on account of Philadelphia.
I see. Well, Eagles fans lose their minds, go wild, steal stuff, fight each other. It's Eagles fans, right? They're doing their thing after the Super Bowl victory.
Didn't want to bring it up with Amy Kay because she's a very professional woman. GDO is a very professional program. And they had a call-in or, a broadcast with a Philly correspondent. And she's in the streets in which they had the big party.
Yeah.
And she's like, here's some footage from last night. And everyone's hammered, and they're narrating like they had a great time, but obviously some people got in trouble, and they played B-roll of people throwing things over, lighting stuff on fire.
Yeah,
cops try. I'm like, this doesn't match what is being said right now.
Yeah. There was somebody who was standing in the road that I saw. And a cop drives by on a motorcycle, and he whacks the cop right in the helmet. I go, oh, man, what would have happened if you guys lost? This is how you celebrate your victory? They were celebrating. They were having some fun.
Back live now here at home as the celebrations continue to unfold. But again, an army of police standing by, letting the celebrations unfold for as long as they deem it safe.
They're on a dump truck.
Chopper 6 is over the scene here. And, John, you're up in the chopper over this scene right now. It does seem now police have stood back, but now as this gets maybe a little bit more out of control, they're climbing vehicles. Police are taking some action, moving in, trying to get control of this. What are you seeing?
Go ahead, John.
You're on, John.
So this is Chestnut Street right here. This seems to be kind of the epicenter. Usually we're used to seeing...
Yeah, it's right in the middle of the street. There is a big dump truck, and the fans had climbed all over the dump truck, and they're jumping up and down on it, and they surrounded it, and people as far as the eye can see just hanging out and doing their things. Most of them, they're just blowing off some steam and having fun. Some of them... looting, breaking into some stores, punching each other, fighting each other.
I think the most chaotic thing I've ever done after a sports team has won some sort of championship is just like shake the beer up and let it spray everywhere. You know,
you wild man.
I know.
How could you do it?
I just don't have the urge to climb things and destroy perfectly good things.
I'm with you, but there's something about this absolute abundance in testosterone after a game like this, because guys in particular are incredibly weird. You guys, some of you think you're part of the team. I hear you talking about these teams like you're a paid member of the staff. And you're like, did you hear we got rid of Barnsworth? Oh, my God. Trading him for Johnson is the dumbest thing we've done in 20 years. And I'm okay. And there's so much on the line, so much skin in the game when you don't actually have any skin in the game. And people get so wrapped up in this, they start fighting each other. They get all hopped up on goofballs and hit the streets. And next thing you know, you got a riot going.
It's like Jimmy Fallon's character from Fever Pitch if he had a violent streak.
It's too deep a cut for me. Jimmy Fallon, what's Fever Pitch?
It was the movie where he was obsessed with the Boston Red Sox.
Was it Drew Barrymore in
Yes.
that?
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sure somebody got that, and big Fever Pitch fans. The texting service will give you what you're looking for. Are you checking that out right now? Is that what you're looking at?
I'm looking at all kinds of things.
All right, let's go to you. Let's see what's happening in your world. A lot of dispatches rolling in here. Chaos sends a dispatch. It says, Sean, you're so wrong, bruh. Am I? All right, let's see.
Sean, you're killing me, bro. Tell me you don't know hip-hop without telling me, like, for real. Kendrick sang all of his lyrics. SZA sang all of her lyrics.
Did she, though?
They didn't need a backing track. Like, every single Super Bowl artist that's ever been out there. The only other one that you can really consider actually doing their own stuff is Prince.
Bro, if you don't know the difference between somebody singing a difficult-to-sing song in the middle of a stadium live, and despite the fact that he had to censor himself, which is difficult, but rapping along it's not the same level of risk, I wouldn't think.
You could see and hear where his backtrack was because he wasn't on his mic and it was significantly lower.
No, he was definitely rapping live. Like, there was no question in my mind that he was doing that, and his mic was way up because he doesn't like have flourishes or anything.
It was almost uncanny how clear his voice sounded to me. Like, there was no effects on it. That sounded live, but SZA didn't look that live.
Chaos thinks it's SZA who sang with him was singing live. I don't know about that. I mean, I honestly don't have the answer. I don't know if we'll ever know, but it didn't seem to me that was a live performance. Not that it matters. I don't blame people for lip syncing small parts during the Super Bowl.
And it's not that a lot of the people that perform for Super Bowl halftime shows need to fake their performance. Some of them are just kind of forced to, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers when they were the guest.
Mad.
And they didn't even have wires plugged into their instruments on purpose to show you that, hey, we're here, but I mean, this is what we've been kind of, this was the way it had to happen.
Yeah. I hold on, he's got more to say. Let's see. What else did I get wrong?
But Kendrick didn't do this for new fans or to get the young people into it. He did this for his fans. It wasn't about trying to get new people to follow him or jump on go check out his new concerts coming up. This was a literal statement for the culture of hip-hop, of where it's at and where people want it to go. People were tired of the mumble rap. People are tired of the I'm shooting everybody, I'm killing everybody, I'm doing drugs. People are tired of it. They want actual passion behind the hip hop.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Don't expect me to go so deep in your lore. Like, if you want to go, I'm going to do this show for the fans, and if you don't get it, you don't get it, whatever, and then it misses me and I don't get it, that's cool. That's fine afterwards. The enforcers, this guy's fan base, afterwards, a lot of people going like, if you didn't like it, you are a racist and a dummy. And all right, here I am, a dumb racist again. What do you want me to say about this? I wasn't for me. It wasn't packaged for me.
Justin M on YouTube says Michael Jackson definitely lip synced the Super Bowl when he did it, which is hilarious to me because he's definitely right. He's 100% right. But if you go back and watch the Michael Jackson Super Bowl, which is it was a great halftime show. There is a part where he speaks to the audience on a microphone.
Yeah.
They have to hand him another microphone. Like, he's wearing a microphone that's not on at all. And instead of just turning it on, they handed him a different microphone so he could be like, all right, everybody, the world is so great, and we're gonna do this great song for you. We love it. and then he hands it back, and then he continues to lip sync into the mic. It's hilarious to me.
I saw a clip too when it comes to Michael Jackson's Super Bowl. Is he said, "Do not start like the track." until I removed my glasses. And he did not tell like the director of it until the day of. And so once he got on stage, stood there for 2 minutes.
Oh,
and
just soaking in the
how
applause.
long that is, just 2 minutes. And the director was like, we have timing to figure it out. And he's like, just wait. As soon as you remove the glasses, then it was his time. So you can get back in control of it.
Yeah. And Chaos, as far as your message about they want a change in hip hop and less about the violence, I'm all for all that. It sounds great. I'm not saying this guy isn't good. I'm just saying it's not really that serious at the end of the day. You can't expect people who aren't deeply into this or interested in it to understand or even care. And usually the Super Bowl is more of a, I don't know, it's more of a like, just sit down and watch these songs that you've heard 100 times. This was a different move. I'm not a baby. I don't really care that it was not for me. But yeah, just giving you my thoughts on what I thought of the performance itself. When we come back, though, we'll do the next episode and all the stories that we have not blown out of the water here so far.
We'll see.
And then something more will be along with that. It's what is coming up with the next, What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? The Giant Sports Meeting recap, or whatever is left, DLGELES. Kanye goes there, and he was already there, but then this time he went more there. Somehow not surprising whatsoever. Plus, the reboot of Even Stevens looks painful, even without beans. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, we'll talk about the Super Bowl. How was the game, the halftime show, all the ads. We'll cover it. Plus, at 4:20, we'll talk sports with our buddy Brandon Kravitz. As always, tons of cool stuff for trivia. We'll end it up with a conversation with Ray Trendley from TK Law. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast on this Monday. And we are going to be expecting plenty of sunshine as the day continues. Warm temperatures, too. Another day with highs in the mid-80s, high of 84 degrees today in Orlando. We'll hold on to the warm temperatures, especially by Thursday with a high of 89 degrees. We do, though, finally see a break from the dry weather with increasing rain chances into the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast. Freshen up your morning with a Wendy's Breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator, or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito, or even a honey buddy. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. Available at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. And right now, you could get $250 when you spend $2,500 using a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus card. Visit NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 15.15% to 18% based on credit worthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATMs.
Save time and money with the aluminum fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet starting at $23.65. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information and store locations. License numbers C10252 and C10803.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best, just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth. 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Oh, no. Stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Get ready for our 2025 iHeart Podcast Awards.
March 10th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry. And you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks plus podcasts and originals, all in one easy app. Audible, there's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
In the world of entertainment and beyond, we'll get some more dispatches worked in. Do join us on the show with yours. Send your dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. A lot of people asking what happened to the merch drop. What happened? Why didn't you do that? The moment I was going to hit publish and push live the new merch drop, I saw there was some overlap with the new Kanye design. So we hit the brakes, the brakes on that. And I don't want to flood the marketplace with too much similar merch. So
yeah, how about it's none of your business?
That will be coming out this week, friends. All right. At some point this week, the new merch drop is live. And I want you to keep your eyes on thenewsjunkie.com and the merch section of the website. Right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Whatever you do, do not come. And I'm going to come.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the
That's
next
exactly what that
episode
video
with
sounded like.
Yes.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. Do you want to explain that real quick?
He's just excited to be invited to places.
Yeah. Well, because they originally told me I wasn't invited.
Well, I'm glad that you came.
Thank you.
Also, you're going to be glad that you went to that mortgageguydon.com. because he is here to look out for you. Whether you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, perhaps you're ready to start that business and you want to get the best deal. Well, he's looking out for you. Start the process today by going to thatmortgageguy.don.com and work with an expert and a friend that you could trust.
Don't miss the boat and pay your bill with that mortgage guy, Don.
It's really funny that you would say that to me today because it's actually a special day for my family.
Is that?
Why?
It's 2 years ago, Jack got started.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay, so the context has changed.
So if you think about it that way, he's 2 years old. You know? Like, yeah.
Some people would say that.
But that gets into a deep conversation there, right?
And not enough time. Because on this day, 32 years ago, this guy...
Michael Jackson.
It was 1993, and he dispelled the, quote, god-awful rumors that included bleaching his skin. It was a 90-minute TV interview with Oprah friggin' Winfrey. And he said his, quote, whiteness was caused by a disorder that destroys skin pigmentation called...
Vitiligo?
Points, too, Sean. He also admitted that he had some minor plastic surgery on his...
nose.
2 points, C-Lane. 90 million people tuned in, making the program the fourth most watched show in America, excluding Super Bowls of all time. Now let's go to the Super Bowl, baby. Lots of recap or whatever's left. Kendrick Lamar did indeed perform the Drake diss track, Not Like Us, during the Super Bowl halftime show. He said at one point, and I quote, "Say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young." And then also had Drake's ex, Serena Williams, in the show doing a crip walk, and she looked cute AF. Now, they dated a long time ago because she's been with Reddit guy for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
But I think Drake had recently dissed her on X and Twitter.
I did not know until 2 seconds ago why Serena Williams was there. Did not know she was Drake's ex.
It was a crip walk.
There was a lot of Easter eggs, I guess, in this performance.
And then we had
so Howard Stern of him.
the one more guest who wasn't invited, the protester with the Palestine flag, which, by the way, had he been on the Chiefs, I think we would have had probably a different outcome of the score because he was dodging security left and right and in between flags.
Oh, by the way, update on that, because when we mentioned it earlier, we were talking about this. The Super Bowl halftime show protester is banned for life by the NFL, but pretty unlikely to be arrested, they said.
Really?
Well, they couldn't stick a charge on him. Like, I think they detained him, but they were having a hard time coming up with a charge because
a crime.
I don't think he really broke the law. He just committed a fireable offense.
Gaming fans were also very excited because there was a PlayStation-inspired stage design during Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show. I've seen different takes on it, that it was still another middle finger to Drake, but then PlayStation fans were excited because it looked like a old PlayStation controller.
Well, the whole thing was kind of like video game references from what I got, because after he was finished, there was a message behind him, too.
Game over.
Yeah, right.
And then Samuel L. Jackson was like -1 point, and then they kind of did like a Squid Games thing. Like you said, a lot of Easter eggs. So happy Easter, everybody. As we move on, we had the recaps. There's a new record for earliest Gatorade shower.
All right.
And I think rightfully
I
so.
tried to Google that. I was like, when's the earliest they've done the Gatorade shower?
So they obviously they crushed it, and they being the Eagles. And quarterback Jalen Hurts, MVP. He's going to be at Disney World today, getting his own parade.
Nice.
And when they asked him, what are you going to do next? It looked like, out of frame, a gun was pointed at him. He's like, I'm going to Disney World.
I will be traversing to Disney World.
Please, thank you. Don't hurt me. So I guess this one was over so early, the Gatorade shower came with 3 minutes left to go in the game, which some are calling the earliest Gatorade shower of all time, or at least they need to double check the numbers. The earliest coach bath, as they call it. We might have to do commercials at another time because I do have my favorites.
Go ahead.
Off the bat, real quick. Freaking eyebrows So funny to me.
Wait, there was eyebrows and there was a mustache one. The eyebrows one was, I thought at some point
Eugene Levy.
I said, are they going to have every person from Schitt's Creek show up in one of these Super Bowl commercials?
It was so great.
Because he had his was funny.
Eugene Levy's eyebrows flying off when he tried Little Caesar's Crazy Puffs. And his daughter Sarah also in one of them. There was one with, I made my heart flutter a little bit. And this is kind of a niche comment. But Vanderpump Rules, remember the Scandival?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Tom's...
I've been watching him on Traitors.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't believe he's still getting shows. He's such a douchebag. But he's sweating a lot in that one, from what I understand. But anyways, his assistant that he had on the show last season of Vanderpump, treated very poorly, ended up firing her. He got upset because she actually, really liked Ariana, the ex, a lot better. And she was in a Super Bowl commercial with Nate comedian Nate Bargatze. And but my top one was Seal as a Seal.
That was
obviously.
great. I like that.
I was like, is this really happening? But overall, I think great commercials. Didn't care for the repeat of the Tom Brady Snoop Dogg one.
Do you know?
It was oversaturated.
Do you know what was the guy next to me at the bar? Were you guys watching right at the start of the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Because right at the beginning, there was one of these, I kind of call them surprise commercials, where it just happens and you're not sure, is this part of the game or what? And the guy didn't understand that it was Lilo and Stitch. He thought there was really some animal that was loose on the field. And he's like, they ain't getting that. He's like, they can't get him. They try to get him in the trash can. I'm like, buddy.
And that person.
It's a little monster.
Is
it's
a
Stitch.
contributing member to our society.
Yes, that person pays bills and exists and but didn't know Stitch was a character.
All right. Well, Ohana means family, and I am out of time. So maybe I'll just do a little part 2 because we got Kanye, man. This Kanye stuff is.
Save whatever you got because we have to get into what they said won for the commercials during the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And then maybe more importantly, the one that people are fighting over today. And I didn't expect that this would be controversial at all. But
remember, I have to do smoke weed every day.
Yeah. So we'll go over that. We'll go over all these and see what the reaction was and what was voted the number 1 spot, all that in just a bit here on the show.
Smoke weed every day.
Didn't know how to dismount, but
neither did I. But do that. Thank you so much.
It's better than what I was going to do, and that's why we say
with the thumb.
I didn't know what the exit was, but here we are. All right,
I would have enjoyed that. That would have been very great for me.
We'll do it for next time.
But she doesn't know that's a gimmick, and then I'm just left hanging. I go, and that's why we say, and then you go,
crickets.
Failure, miserable failure on my part. All right, when we come back, we'll get into
smoke weed every day.
The most controversial and the number 1 according to viewers commercials of the Super Bowl. That is coming up in just a moment. In fact, it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hi, I'm John from Lake Mary, and I just won $1,000 just for listening to Real Radio 104.1.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic is still slowing down on I-4 before US 27 and after State Road 429. There's congestion due to an accident approaching Central Florida Parkway on I-4 eastbound there. The right lane's blocked. There's stop-and-go traffic due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound before Oakland Exchange. The right lane's blocked there as well. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Oh, mornings. Some people love them.
Okay, you have everything for your math test. And
Mom,
then
you have my lunch.
Some people hate them.
Everybody get in the car. Go, go, go.
We've all got to do them. Good thing Wawa's up and ready for you every morning. with fresh coffee, hot sizzlies, and fast, friendly service to keep your morning moving right along. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
It's late, you're hungry, you can't decide whether to stay out or go home and order Wendy's delivery. But one thing is clear, it's a Baconate late kind of night. I mean, 6 strips of Applewood smoked bacon on a juicy double cheeseburger made fresh for you? How could you not? A Baconator is the perfect way to hit the spot before hitting up the next spot, even if the next spot is your bed. No judgment, it is late, but not too late to Baconate. That's what delivery's for. Gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. Delivery and hours may vary by location.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando. Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollarweed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're treating the untreatable. Using a patient's unique genetic makeup, our researchers are developing personalized cancer vaccines that help stimulate the immune system to better fight the disease and prevent it from recurring. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Do you own a business? Poured your heart and soul into it? Well, it might be time to retire and just relax. One day, you will need to sell. Don't wait till it's too late. You can't click for a buyer on your phone. To get the most for your business, you'll need to plan ahead. And you'll want to work with a company you can trust. Call me, Andy Cagnetta at Transworld Business Advisors. We have been selling businesses here in Florida for 40 years. And have offices all over the world. And we can tell you what your business is worth. Let's talk. It's confidential, and there's no obligation. Call Transworld at 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com. That's 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust and Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 10% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Tuesday, my favorite day of the week, thanks to Tijuana Flats. Every Tuesday, I can get dos tacos. That's 2 tacos, chips, and a drink for just $6.99. That's $6.99. Tijuana Flats, Tuesdays at Tijuana Flats. Go check it out.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Get Wawa Rewards' biggest deal of the year before it's gone. Any size hot coffee for $1. Any size iced coffee for $2. And a 16-ounce Monster Energy for $3. You can redeem these bonus offers every day, as many times as you want, now through February 16th. Don't miss it. $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy drinks. Unlimited, now through February 16th. Gotta have a Wawa.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Stream now on your free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
After the Super Bowl, post-Super Bowl Monday, and we appreciate you being with us today. If you want to join us, send an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or dispatch over on the website. Justin on YouTube says, man, it's so nice being able to watch this show live and chat with other news junkies. I always have to listen to the repeat on my local radio station, Radio 95.1. Love those folks in Rochester.
Yeah, what up, Rochester?
And he's with us here live today. Yeah, this is happening right now, right this very moment. We just love having you with us. So thank you, Justin, and everybody else who's with us in chat today. So one thing that not a lot of people are talking about is Kanye's commercial during the Super Bowl.
I didn't see one.
See, I didn't see the commercial. I just saw the tweets.
Yes, yeah, he had some tweets. He had some tweets. He finally stopped tweeting the tweets, and he said
he's deactivated.
Yeah, he said, thank you for letting me vent, which, let me just go out on a limb here and say, some of you might not agree with this, but I thought it was very interesting to have somebody melting down like that. And unlike in the past when your account would just get deactivated or it'd ban you or whatever, like they reduced the spread of a lot of his tweets because of the content of them, but it was all still there. It was like we don't just delete things and shove them under the rug for good or for bad. We have them here and you could see what's happening. And so we were able to watch as Kanye lost his absolute mind and melted down with tweet storms that never ended. And one of my favorite things about him was that he clearly went to bed and stopped tweeting at some point. And then it seemed like the moment he woke up, right back to it, you know?
And this is starting to look like the Kanye formula. Like, there's a breakdown happening here. A mental hurdle.
He recently said that he is autistic now. He went to a doctor, and the doctor said he was autistic.
He also said he was Hitler.
I don't know if the doctor told him you don't need to be on your medicine.
He said he was off of his bipolar meds.
Really?
He said it was on some podcast or something, I think, that he revealed this, that he went to a doctor and the doctor figured out, no, you're not bipolar, you're autistic. So he stopped taking his bipolar meds, and then
But this screams that you should still be on them.
Yeah, I would say so. He did have one of the tweets that really got my attention. He said, I was talking recently with one of my white supremacist friends.
Okay. See, the one that got my attention was like, I denied 3 kids in wheelchairs for Make-A-Wish pictures.
I saw that. He was like, no fat people can work for my company. No one was spared, but most notably, the Jews. I really, you had to go through it if you were anywhere near Kanye or
Do you want to read them?
Platform. No, I'm not reading half of these off. There was a lot of them that
we talked about it.
we talked about it on Friday when we were talking about it in the frame of reference of like, it's really hard to be a Kanye fan in this very moment here.
Kept trying to get me to read him.
Yeah, there was some that I just wouldn't even go near because he said just all of the things. But he had a Super Bowl commercial too. And
I'm honestly surprised they didn't pull that last minute.
Yeah, I am too. I was too. But he had this ad. Let me see if we can hear what was going on. This is somebody filming their TV, so I'm kind of on edge about it. But
so what's up, guys?
Oh, hang on. I could bump this up. Bump it up. But I don't want him to the person who's filming this to say anything because then it'll just be real loud.
Like all the money for the commercial on these new teeth.
All right, he's showing his teeth.
He paid $8 million for this.
Yeah, it's a vertical video. It says go to Yeezy.com on either side, and it's not edited at all.
So, once again, I had to shoot it on the iPhone. Go to Yeezy.com.
That was it. That's Super Bowl commercial, and they aired it. You know, the crazy thing, C-Lane's saying, I'm surprised they aired it. I'm pretty sure the only thing he has in his merch store right now is a swastika shirt.
Is that the what?
So if
I saw you release the sweater that Cassie was wearing when she got beat by Diddy. Like that footage.
This is the
that
entirety.
A swastika?
Yeah, that's the only thing in the merch store. It's one shirt.
Oh, no, that's not the sweatshirt she was wearing.
Jesus I hope not.
Christ.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing he's selling. It's the only item that is on his website. I don't know. Let me see. How do I get it?
Your cookies are going to be weird.
Oh, select size 1, 2, 3.
Who does sizes and numbers?
That's more
Someone
offensive than the shirt.
A swastika shirt.
All right, I think I added it to my shopping cart.
$20.
Sean,
website is very basic.
Stop.
I'm not going to buy it. It has a swastika on it.
The AI thinks that you want that merchandise.
Oh, I went incognito to go to this.
Like,
I'm fully
think about
incognito.
your Instagram ads now. They're going to be weird, man.
I'll just scroll right past them, but that's a brave shirt. I don't know that there's going to be a huge audience for that one. I hope there's not a huge audience for that one, honestly.
So, he shared one last message saying, I'm logging out of Twitter. I appreciate Elon for allowing me to vent. It has been very cathartic to use the world as a sounding board.
Yeah, it's very weird when you have somebody who has these kind of issues. And I'm not a doctor. I don't know what Kanye has. Maybe this is just who he is. I don't know. For all I know, maybe this is just actually what he thinks. But it seems to me that we have people in this country. Well, I know we have people in this country that go off of their meds all the time. And then we just watch a catastrophe roll out from it. And we haven't really figured out exactly how to handle that yet. And the thing is, most of the time when that occurs, it's just some nobody. You know,
right? It's not somebody this famous.
Yeah, it's not somebody with so many millions and millions of followers. And
there doesn't seem to be any accountability at all. Like,
well, what's supposed to happen?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like he does this, then disappears, then does something else, and it's just like, at what point, what's the edge for him? Because he seems to be.
I don't think there is.
You know what I feel, and I think about is his kids. Like,
yeah, I thought about that over the weekend too.
That's rough, man.
I ended up watching on Disney Plus. They did I didn't know if it was just posted or if it had been there for what. They did a 30th anniversary of the Lion King concert at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, where Northwest got to be in it.
Yeah, they had like Nathan Lane and some of the original voice people come sing the songs. And then for Just Can't Wait to Be King, Northwest did it. And I was like, she was fine. She's 10 years old. But it got me thinking, like, what does she know about the whole situation? Like, how much does she understand?
I don't know.
Or how much does her family try to maybe shield her from some of that stuff? She's 10 years old, you know?
It's so hard.
That conversation. Sorry, Daddy's not coming over to pick you up because he went on his Hitler rant again.
But in 2025, it would be almost impossible to shield
Yeah.
a person famous like that,
Absolutely.
their kids away from. I just don't even think that they could do it. She, by the way, Northwest, if you've never gone down the rabbit hole that is her content creation world, she is hilarious. Northwest is funny.
She is and does not care. She'll call
Trolls
anybody
her
out
mom.
immediately.
She trolls her mom so hard. Oh my God. I've seen so many clips of her, just hilarious. Anyhow, so yeah, Kanye had a Super Bowl ad, and they didn't turn it down, even though the only item in the store was a swastika shirt.
Well, I didn't see the ad. I didn't know that it was something that he paid for. I would have assumed he was on somebody else's Super Bowl ad, and they would have pulled it. But, I mean, I guess if the NFL wanted to take the money.
It wasn't a nationwide one. It was like on certain,
cable?
certain stations. Yeah, like certain stations carried it, and certain ones didn't. But that made the cut for some folks who saw the game. And obviously a lot of attention on the commercials. They do this thing with USA Today each year when the Super Bowl goes down. And they give people this ad meter control, and you can tell them which commercial you like the best. And so that way they can say there's some sort of intelligence and science behind it. But the one that they said was the highest rated that won the 2025 USA Today Super Bowl commercial championship was the Budweiser Clydesdales one. And I thought that was
I didn't even see the Clydesdale. I just saw Post Malone with
the Bud Light one. Post Malone with Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
No, this was where the guy who was delivering beer, he had a bunch of kegs, and one of the kegs fell off. And the Clydesdale stopped and saw the keg, and then he rolled it with his nose.
But it was like the Clydesdale that wasn't ready yet. You know, they got all the Clydesdales that were good to go, and this one was left behind, still in the stable. But then he came to save the day with that one keg.
I didn't think it was great. It was like whatever.
Yeah,
it seemed
but people
like
love horses.
The Clydesdales things have never really done it for me. I don't like the sad commercials either. I almost always like the funny ones. I loved the Seal one. I thought that was so awesome. And the song was funny because he redid the Kiss from a Rose on a Grave song. I thought that was enjoyable and definitely good. The Pringles mustache one was pretty funny.
That and what was the one? The Instacart one that was like everything that, I imagine the three of us grew up watching. Like Energizer Bunny,
Jolly Green Giant, Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
Jinx, Chester.
That was a good ad, I think, for them. And I read this article on Slate, they were going through like every ad, and it's actually kind of slow to scroll through because there's a YouTube embed for every single Super Bowl spot.
Oh, no.
And it's this guy whose name is like Luke Winky or something like that.
Okay.
He's got a really weird name. Hold on, let me find it.
I'm Luke Winky. Take me seriously.
Maybe he's had to overcome. Yeah, that's his name, Luke Winky. Maybe he's had to overcome some adversity because of that name, and he's got an attitude. But he was basically like roasting a lot of these ads, and just throwing in over flexing his vocabulary with some of these words that he was throwing in there. Mm-hmm. And at some point he said, I still don't really understand what Instacart does. And I go, I'm sorry, you write for an online magazine and you don't know what Instacart does?
Yeah.
Wait, is that a flex? Are you so cool that you don't know what Instacart does?
Own grocery store.
It says, I still don't really understand what Instacart does. And judging,
it's kind of in the name, even like.
And it's more so than Instagram. Or Spotify. I still don't really understand what Instacart does, and judging by its ad, a Boschian Ready Player One tinged mashup of ancillary consumer goods mascots like the Jolly Green Giant, Mr. Clean.
ChatGPT.
Maybe the company doesn't either. And I was like, oh, give it a rest, my guy.
Yeah, you sound like you just scoffed the entirety of Super Bowl.
Don't understand what Instacart does. Come on.
Did not understand Tubi's
I didn't
commercial.
I didn't see theirs. They were doing the streaming, and by the way, notable, huge streaming event. Didn't see anybody complaining about like the stream crashing or anything.
You didn't see the commercial where the kid had a cowboy hat for a head?
No.
It was weird, and I know we can't play it, but maybe a commercial break. Give it a go.
We can play it.
It was his skin as a cowboy hat, and it's him growing up.
Hold on, I'll bring this up because I wanted to do the controversial one that everybody's talking about today.
Strange. It didn't I'm not a huge Tubi person. I But I can't say that sold me.
All right, here it is. This is
Oh, it's a boy.
Cowboy
and
hat
it
kid.
looks like he's gonna like Westerns.
Okay, it's parents looking at the scan of their child in the womb.
Has a cowboy hat on.
The kid has a cowboy hat.
But what if Westerns aren't hot when he grows up?
But then look at the skin. It's a skin. It's skin.
I kind of like it. It's so
It's
weird.
just bizarre. Strange.
There's something about it, you know? It's got like a skin cowboy hat attached to his head. Is he supposed to be getting bullied for this? Is that
I
the
don't
crux
know,
of it?
because I was so thrown off by the skin.
Nobody watches Westerns, dork. Good thing we were born to like fantasy. It's the hit genre to binge.
Mr. Memo, tumble dweeb. Pop culture likes pirates now.
Hey, the zeitgeist always shifts.
So everybody, all these young kids have skin hats. They have wizard skin hats, and then they have hats on their hats.
It's the skin, man.
Which is quite a thing. That's another thing. Tubi, I did not see, but I saw a bunch of people talking about the Hims ad. And Hims is a website that sells medication and stuff that's generic and that they can do online. And then they have a Hers version as well, which is the same kind of thing, kind of targeting women. And their ad has so many people arguing that there was like a whole segment on CNBC about it. This was the one that really got a conversation going. So let's see what they did here.
Obesity is America's deadliest epidemic.
This is America.
74% of us are
That's what the
overweight.
song's about.
And obesity leads to 500,000 deaths each year.
Why, you just have to stop eating, Jimmy.
This is America.
Something's broken. It's not our bodies. It's the system.
It's all footage of food and contests where people are like trying to be skinny and stuff.
Welcome to Weight Loss in America.
Like and subscribe.
A $160 billion industry that feeds on our failure.
Yeah.
There are medications that work, but they're priced for profits, not patients.
This is America.
This system wasn't built to help us. It was built to keep us sick and stuck. But not anymore.
Oh, but not anymore.
Hims and Hers offers life-changing weight loss medications.
Wow, what a tone shift.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
But guess what? We've got the pills for you.
We're going to help you out here.
They're affordable, doctor-trusted, and formulated in the USA. You get a treatment plan designed by a doctor to fit your body, goals, and lifestyle. You deserve to feel great in your body. This is the future of healthcare. This is Hims and Hers.
All right, so
That's
they say
do your shots at home.
sick of the system is the commercial. And I think people were mad because they were going, well, wait, what are you? It's not like you're giving these things out for free. You're a
Yeah, but you could chat with someone on
company.
your phone instead of going to the doctor's office.
The only thing you're doing is pulling the doctor out of it. Somebody said, using This Is America for this ad is crazy work. Yeah, this stuff is horrible, but not ours, is another top comment. I'd be willing to bet that 99% of the people making positive comments on here own shares or call options in this company.
Oh, please.
This is the most tone-deaf
Vested.
ad I've ever seen. And at the beginning, I was all for it. I'm in a health class that focuses on diet, and the absolute reason obesity is present is because of easy access to toxic foods, blah, 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 blah. But then they romanticize, I mean, the feeling
switch of it. I mean, what they're holding is
I know what
the
this person's saying.
GLP-1s, is it not?
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. It's because they show like a little vial, and you're supposed to like inject this. This says the contradictions in this ad are mind-boggling. Blame the system and the food industry for the food they supposedly shove down your throat. Then blame pharma trying to curb what your personal lack of control should be ultimately responsible for. So people were saying it was tone deaf. That's the overall thing I'm getting from the reaction to that. I guess so. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of weird where they go, the whole system's broken, and then you're not running a charity here. You're still trying to make money off of the people who are trying to lose weight, which is fine. But I don't think that you could do a "This Is America" type ad and then nobody's going to criticize you for it. That's
That's not even what. Yeah, the song's not even about it. But obviously, Childish Gambino gave the go-ahead, right?
Oh, I would think so. Yeah, I would think you had to give some sort of approval for this. But, that's the one people are arguing over. We'll see what you think about it. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record yours right now. When we return, we've got to talk about some very awkward questions that happened during the Super Bowl. And we'll get into jury duty with an update on that OnlyFans star who was allegedly filming a threesome and then somehow fell off of a building. Some new details coming in on that. All of that and so much more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Is it better? Is it worse? I mean,
the dude was better.
Really?
Was he? Yeah, because
when he hard Frenches you.
Boy, the way I'm about to say this is going to sound bad.
Go ahead.
He squeezes harder and just he knows where the muscles were better.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic is slowing down due to an accident on I-4 eastbound near Central Florida Parkway. Watch out for an accident where Colonial Drive meets McGuire Boulevard. There's some residual delays due to an earlier accident on Florida's Turnpike. Expect delays northbound and southbound between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Attention homeowners, Chelsea here. For a limited time, Renewal by Andersen is making it easy to upgrade your home during our free window month. Right now, when you buy 4 windows or patio doors, you'll get 1 free. That's right, absolutely free. Our exclusive Fibrex material delivers the perfect combination of stunning style, durability, and energy efficiency, keeping your home cool in the Florida summer, comfortable in the winter, and efficient year-round. Perfect for your home makeover this season. Act fast. This exclusive offer is only available for a limited time. Whether you're looking to upgrade your windows or add beautiful new patio doors, now's the time to make it happen. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today and see how we can help you transform your home. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window. Minimum purchase required. Free window of equal or lesser value. Offer ends soon. See website for details. License number CG C1527613.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, 2-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Visit MorganMonsterJam.com for your $20 ticket. Visit website for restrictions and details. You don't want to miss it. You have to see it live, so lock in your seats today. Coming to Camping World Stadium March 1st. Tickets on sale now.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Insurance sold by
Smart Money Insurance Services Incorporated. Underwritten by various insurers. Coverage. Exclusions and limitations may apply.
Did you know the price of a funeral can be $8,000 or more? Don't leave your loved ones with your debts. Download the Smart Money app right now and get up to $25,000 in final expense coverage starting at less than $1 a day. There's no medical exam, and you can be approved even if you have pre-existing health conditions. Download the Smart Money app and get up to $25,000 in coverage for your funeral and other final expenses. Go to the App Store and download the Smart Money app and get instant coverage. Download the Smart Money app now.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/Fresh from Florida.
I'm Arturo Castro, and I've been lucky enough to do stuff like Broad City, Narcos, Roadhouse, but now I'm coming out with my own podcast. Get ready for Greatest Escapes, a new comedy podcast about the wildest true escape stories in history. Each week, I'll be sitting down with some of the most hilarious actors and writers and comedians, people like Ed Helms, Diane Guerrero, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I love storytelling, and I love you.
Listen to Greatest Escapes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Greatest Escapes to start listening.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
For that matter, if you ever miss any of the show, shame on you. But you can make it right. All you have to do is go get the podcast for $3 and free cents over at thenewsjunkie.com. 4 words for you. Thoughts on Tom Cruise? Question mark. I don't know if you guys saw his thing.
I did not. I just can't stop thinking about the fish rumors ever since.
The fish rumors?
Yeah, I had a whole breakdown during the next episode. It was a couple months, well, I guess late last year, that the blind items all came to fruition, that he is allegedly, he's rumored, no proof, kind of, that he bangs fish.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I do remember this going around out there. It's like a Richard Gere kind of thing for Tom Cruise. Well, he was on one of the promos that they did, and the guy... I want to get this message out to everybody, to men, women, everybody. It's okay to age. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. You're still going to be beautiful. You're going to be a different beautiful. You don't have to fight it as hard as some of you want to fight it. I get it. I know it's a vain world that we're living in, but my God, some of you, when I look at Tom Cruise, I go, oh, he's trying anything he can to stay like that. He wants to be that Mission Impossible 1 Tom Cruise. Young guy, hopping over stuff, flying on planes.
Isn't there another Mission Impossible coming out?
Yeah, there is another one. Yep. And I'm sure that's one of the many reasons why he was there. But he did a promo, and his face just looked...
he looked different, super different. And the people at the party I was at were talking about Brad Pitt looking weird. I didn't think Brad Pitt looked that weird at all. But then Tom Cruise got on TV, and I was like, whoa. Damn.
Yeah. I had a woman next. I had the interesting group of people. I had a woman next to me. When the Brad Pitt commercial goes on, I look over to Courtney, and I go, man, he looks fantastic. I said, Brad Pitt's in his 60s.
Yeah.
64 or something. 62, 63,
I thought he
64.
was 61, but I might be off.
He's in his 60s. We can agree on that much. He's in his 60s, right? And this woman next to me, who you wouldn't pick out of a lineup as any sort of looker herself, she goes, yeah, he's okay, but he's not doable. He's not doable. And I go, Brad Pitt looks fantastic. This should be something that everybody looks at and goes, hey, if I could look that good when I'm 61, I'll be a happy man. If I can look, and I mean, not like I'm obviously when I'm 61, I'm not going to look like Brad Pitt, much less Brad Pitt at 61. But if I could age gracefully like that, I'll go for it. Now, I've got to save myself here from all the emails and text messages that are going to come in. Sean, Brad Pitt's had all kinds of work. I'm very doable. I am the most doable.
He does himself all the time, C-Line.
But I'm sure Brad Pitt has had work done. I'm sure he's done some of the same stuff that Tom Cruise has done.
He's so rich that it's like barely noticeable. Like your Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd doesn't look like he's aged. You know, sure you could see some stuff, but it's not
some gray
as intense like what you're getting when you see Tom Cruise's face. When you see Courtney Cox, who has admittedly said that she went too far.
I'm trying to find a good example of it. People are saying they're spotting something wrong with the ad that Tom Cruise was in. It's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just his face just looks like it's had a lot done to it. It just looks kind of like he's wearing somebody else's face. And it's fine, folks. It is fine to age. You're going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Eventually, we'll all age. I guess it's way more pressure when you do it in the public eye as much as somebody like Tom Cruise might. But I don't know. It's kind of something to see that, I thought. Okay, let's work in a few dispatches. We have time for a couple of you to join us on the show. Here is, let's go over to the drunken mailman with a dispatch.
Hey, news junkies. Thanks for showing up to work today, just like I did. Hey, I'm surprised you guys haven't talked about the most freakiest, weirdest commercials. The one where the guy's born where his head is shaped like a cowboy hat. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that one?
The skin,
man. That was super duper freaky.
I don't know how I missed that one now, because that is a super memorable commercial.
I was so thrown.
I kind of like it.
It's just the skin to it. I think I've got in my head too much about just what it would be to have that as your skin.
Did you not enjoy the movie Coneheads?
That it was a little bit more palatable than the cowboy hat.
The skin cowboy hat is a very
Honestly,
strange
I didn't even notice the other kids with their hats because I was so focused on his hat.
C-Line was telling me about there was a Taco Bell commercial that I must have missed too.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see if they aired that. Taco Bell.
It was supposed to feature people who went to Taco Bell recently or something.
Yeah,
they're like, we don't need celebrities. LeBron James was like, but I want to be in it. Doja Cat too, and then they just featured like photos of actual customers.
Yeah, they set up like a weird like extra piece of their drive-through in some areas, Northeast Ohio. And they said, like, oh, this is like it's like if you went through the drive-through and then right after there was like a little photo booth, and they were like, you could possibly be in the ad, so look out for it.
That's cool. That's a smart thing. I get it. Booty Sweat's talking about the halftime show. Let's listen in.
Hey, good afternoon, junkies. I'm not even a hip hop guy, but I really appreciated Kendrick's halftime show. It wasn't as flashy as some of the previous artists, and I think that's really what people don't like about it, and that's why they're trying to say it's low energy or boring. Mm-hmm. But Kendrick doesn't really have a catalog full of club bangers like some of the previous hip-hop performers have had. So, I mean, that kind of reflects in his show. And I think that I really enjoyed the interludes with Samuel L. Jackson.
You can't do that.
Sam playing the role of the older generation complaining and yelling at kids. That was pretty funny to me.
Getting out ahead of it.
Wiggle, pop, pop.
Yeah, that I thought was a clever way to kind of fence himself in and understand that there was going to be criticism. I just didn't. It was boring.
Well, yeah, but like that's not if what he's explaining is not Kendrick's fault. He's allowed to make the music he wants to make. It just made it a weird pick for the halftime show. I thought as soon as they announced it, I went, Kendrick Lamar? All right.
And maybe it's because my expectations for the halftime performer are different than what people want moving forward. But there's a certain type of performance where it's big and high energy, and I didn't get high energy at all. I got very low energy out of the performance. But I did see a lot of people talking afterwards. Like this, here's an example. This tweet with 159,000 views. You think Travis and Taylor will still be together after this? And
is she going to dump him because he lost the Super Bowl?
I thought to myself, well, that's a little brutal. That's
Didn't
a
Trump
little
already
bit
blame
brutal.
her?
Yeah,
Distracting him.
Trump posted this, and you can judge for yourself. He posted his reception and then Taylor Swift's reception, and I think this is both of them. Here's Trump's reception. People cheering when he was featured. And then the reaction that Taylor Swift got when they went to her. I think at one point she mouthed, "What's happening?" And
I am curious, what was with the booze?
I don't know. I don't know.
Was it a stadium more of Eagles fans, or the whole thing was MAGA?
I don't think it was that. Though they did clearly cheer Trump on, and maybe this is a sign of a bigger movement in the country, just in terms of the overall cultural aspects of things. But I don't feel like this was we hate Taylor Swift. I think maybe you're onto something when you talk about Eagles fans. Because now she's seen as part of the other team. Maybe that was it.
Which also she was a lifelong Eagles fan. So I think maybe if you're a hardcore Eagles fan, you might see her as a traitor. But it's she is allowed to date who she wants.
Yeah, of course.
Stupid.
And if they broke up over that, that'd be really weird. That'd be a very strange move.
I got a prop bet for next time. If he's going to propose. How awkward that would have been. If he's hey, we just got pummeled, babe.
Anyhow, what do you think?
Do this thing?
I found myself in the weirdest of ways. Every time they would show the celebrities, I kept getting sad for the ones that were fans of the team that wasn't winning. So when they would show
Paul Rudd, it was
Paul Rudd,
always had his face in his hands.
And I love Paul Rudd. And I'm like, oh no, his team's not winning. I don't know why I care about this, but I kept doing that over and over.
And then Kevin Costner and Pete Davidson buddies?
Yep. Yeah, they were together.
I did not know this was a thing.
I didn't either. Maybe this was the first time they hung out.
They did have the commercial for his new show, Yellowstone, and whatever I'm doing as an old man.
Yeah, he was there. Pete Davidson was there. Then there was people where I go, I didn't know that they were a big fan of this team. And what's her name?
Kendrick?
You're not going to Paris. You're not getting the job.
Oh, wait. The
from Devil Wears Prada.
Artist?
Yes, the Devil Wears Prada.
Not Anna Delvey.
No, Devil Wears Prada lady. Somebody in chat will have to tell me because I don't remember her name. But they
not
showed her.
the main star of Devil Wears Prada?
Yeah, the main woman with the dark hair, the famous Hollywood actress.
Oh, Anne Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway. Yeah, Anne Hathaway.
I thought you were talking about the person that Meryl Streep was supposedly portraying.
No, Anne Hathaway was there, and she's like, Anne Hathaway's like, Eagles! And I'm going, wow, I had no idea. Very, very big fan, I guess. She was out there representing her team. So somebody's got to win in the end. And even afterwards, they're asking Travis Kelce, are you done? Are you retiring? Are you going to retire? Are you going to retire? And he walked away. So they didn't want to answer the question.
The character in Devil Wears Prada is supposed to be modeled on Vogue editor-in-chief Anna Wintour. That's why that's who I thought you were talking about.
She has a particular look. She looks like the lady from The Incredibles.
A little bit.
She does. Yeah, absolutely. She has that same kind of hairstyle, I think, or did at least at one point in time.
You're not going to Paris.
All right, quick break. When we come back, jury duty has arrived. We're going to find out what the update is on that OnlyFans star who died after a fall from a hotel balcony. Now, what are we learning about this? Also, there's some stuff out there that's free for you today. And R.I.P. to the penny. This could be the beginning of the end, and I want to take the temperature on this and see how you feel. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells.
Franchise history, the Eagle defense recorded 6 sacks and forced 3 turnovers, and QB Jalen Hurts accounted for 3 touchdowns. He was named the Super Bowl MVP. NBA tonight, the Magic host Atlanta. Hawks star Trae Young is questionable for the game with a sore Achilles. And college hoops, UCF back at it tomorrow, hosting 8th-ranked Iowa State. I'm Matt McCoy.
Get Wawa Rewards' biggest deal of the year before it's gone. Redeem bonus offers for $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy every day, as many times as you want. Now through February 16th.
iHeartRadio, straight from the studio with Will Smith.
I've written more songs in the past 2 years, probably than in my entire career. So I'm just excited to start dropping some of the things that I've been cooking up in the lab.
Life is confusing, I hate when I lose it, but I face the music, go why did he do it? See, I'm only you. It's the beautiful scars, yeah.
Listen to Will Smith.
One 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here for Solar Source. What a great experience I've had with them. A couple years ago, they heated my pool with solar, and now I've been raving about this ever since. They installed a solar battery backup system, so when everyone else loses their power, there's power outages, my house is still running, which is awesome. And now Solar Source is about to take it to the next level for me. My entire home is going to be run off solar energy, which is going to save me so much money on my electric bill. It can do the same thing for you. If you're tired of high-cost energy bills, trust this company. It's Solar Source. It's a company you can trust. They've installed over 60,000 systems since 1984. It's Solar Source. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. You'll love working with them, and make that switch today, because the future is solar powered with Solar Source. Great company, and you'll love working with them. Please tell them Russ Rollins sent you, because friends of Russ Rollins save more money at Solar Source. solarsource.com/monster.
Learn more about where your food comes from the people who grow your food. Visit the Florida State Fair's Ag Hall of Fame Pavilion February 7th through the 9th and 14th through the 16th to meet your hard-working Fresh from Florida farmers.
Are you ready to sell your commercial real estate and cash in on your investment? Don't wait. With the market heating up, buyers are eager and the selling opportunities are endless. Our expert team at Transworld will help you get the best deal for your property. We handle everything from listing to closing, so you can focus on what matters most to you. Call Transworld Commercial Real Estate at 800-205-7605 or visit transworldcre.com. Again, that's transworldcre.com. Call today to schedule a consultation. Our dedicated professionals will provide a free property assessment and a customized marketing plan to attract the right buyers. One more time, call Transworld Commercial Real Estate at 800-205-7605 or transworldcre.com.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says love like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Talk of the Town Restaurant Group. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And this year, we're taking it up a notch with a 3-day romantic getaway to places like New York, Napa, and Savannah. Just spend $2,500 on your jewelry and we'll set you up in a 4-star hotel in the romantic city of your choice. Spend $5,000 and we'll throw in the airfare and some spending money. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Mall at Millennia, and Waterford Lake. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Favorite station, preset. Favorite artist, preset. Favorite podcast, preset.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app. See it now, along with even more great features. It's everything you love about your car radio and the palm of your hand.
iHeartRadio.
You said bye-bye to big government. Now it's time to trim the fat from big wireless. Pure Talk gives you the exact same service. They use the same cell towers, the same 5G network. You get better customer service, and you pay half the price for the exact same thing. Get unlimited talk, text, 15 gigs of data with mobile hotspot for just $35 a month. Make the switch. You simply dial pound 250, say the keyword, save now, save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
Rapid radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
Always feel free to email the show, whatever it is that's on your mind. And don't forget, if you want to be anonymous, just put it right up on top of the email and you too can be anonymous. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Carl doesn't want to be anonymous. Carl says, hey, Sean, I'm a few days behind on the podcast, but on a couple toward the end of last week, definitely on Friday, the podcast has been missing the next episode segment, he says.
Wow.
He said, you throw it to Josh to intro the next episode, and he throws it to C-Lane to plug the sponsor, and then it just cuts to the next segment. Cheers from rainy England, cold rainy England. Carl, thank you for the email, Carl. Yes, I have been systematically removing the next episode from podcasts.
Well, 1, that's rude. 2, say it to Don's face.
I hate to do it. I don't want to do it.
Sounds like you want to do it.
I don't know what's happening there. A couple of people have emailed about this.
Just my segment.
Just the next episode where there's a portion cut out, and every once in a while this will happen.
The best portions, I bet.
I honestly don't know. I don't listen back. I only know what the emailers say.
From the email, though, it sounds like it's when Josh does it, which is I think there's different stuff in the log that you're not seeing.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay, because when I'm putting together the podcast, for everybody who doesn't care about this, give me 5 seconds. I look at C-Lane, all the different types of things, not just like talk segments. I try to get everything, and then I bring everything over from the next episode, and then I'll have somebody say that they didn't get it. So I don't know what happened there. Phil emailed as well and said, he's talking about the same day. So he's talking about on, I think, Thursday or Friday.
Do a good job?
He did a job. Yeah. He got the job done.
Josh
he was
does
successful.
a job. Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate him. He had my back.
As per usual.
Well, I yacked.
He was getting the job done, and then the job didn't make it on the podcast. So I do not know what happened there.
Oh, my
I'll
gosh.
look into that.
That means the podcast is missing people's favorite part of Josh's next episode.
Oh, yeah.
What was that part?
He does a thing each time when you're not here. He's got a
Can
bit
you tell me?
that is ongoing.
I won't be able to listen because it's cut out.
You won't. No, unfortunately, not to this one.
Cool.
And maybe to both of them. I don't know. Whatever it is, I will do my best to make sure that that doesn't happen. Certainly, that's not my intention when I'm putting the podcast together for you. C-Lane wanted to take a moment here on the show and give his full-throated support for the brand new Amy Schumer movie, which he's called...
I haven't watched it yet.
An
Is it
instant
funny?
classic. He's called it the greatest movie I've ever seen. I've heard him say splendiferous. Don't even know what that one means, but it sounds good. He seems to be very much in support of this new Amy Schumer movie.
Grade A dog crap.
Really?
Just.
Okay, give me these three because I think you've seen all three now. Cordially Invited, which was Will Ferrell and
Hilarious.
Reese
Super
Witherspoon.
good. Very laugh out loud, crying funny.
Cameron Diaz. What's his face?
Jamie Foxx. It was fine. I didn't hate it.
So you're saying number 3 is kind of pregnant?
If we're ranking 3 of them, it would be number 1 Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon, number 2 Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz, and then about number 18
Really?
is the Amy Schumer movie.
Oh, I was looking forward to watching that because I thought that the Jamie Foxx Cameron Diaz one.
Ashley asked if I knew how to delete it from Netflix.
Just get rid of it entirely.
Dang,
Just the poster is
annoying.
pretty bad looking, though. It's got Amy Schumer. It says kind of pregnant, and she's got a fake baby bump on.
That's the premise of it.
So I feel like I've seen that movie many times over already.
There were a few jokes that made me laugh out loud, but they didn't make up for the bad insults that were in it. I think they were doing that as a bit, but it wasn't very funny. And then there was just so much cringe.
So did you feel personally attacked as a parent now?
No.
Okay.
I felt personally attacked as a lover of good movies.
As an entertainer. Netflix said, kind of pregnant arrives tomorrow. This was 5 days ago. And kind of pregnant arrives tomorrow. The top quote was, or the top comment is, kind of don't care. And thanks for the warning. No thanks. Solid pass. Is it possible to dislike a post? Man, I can already tell it won't be funny. Kind of pregnant and definitely not funny. So they were not fans of this in the comments. Why just cancel it like you do to good shows? Instead, this actually deserves it. Says Black
Because they have
Zest.
had a lot of press. And I will say, I mean, Amy Schumer, controversial. I've always enjoyed her. But the other gal, too, can you go back to the poster? To the left of her.
This one, she's in a bunch of stuff.
And I've always found her to be extremely
Workaholics.
funny.
Yeah, she's usually a character that's kind of nasty. She was in the 21 Jump Street sequel, which was it called 22 Jump Street, or am I
22
being a
Jump Street, I
total
believe,
dummy?
was it.
Yeah, she was in that. She's been in a bunch of other things. She's in a movie that we just watched about people graduating or something. I don't remember.
Oh, Graduation.
But, she's pretty funny, but the movie did not go well according to
you watch
C-Lane. No, I didn't see that. No, it doesn't draw me in.
I knew going into it because Ashley said, I heard this movie's pretty cringe. And I go, So I picked it. I was like, how bad can it be? It was pretty bad. It was
now I want to give it a go and see.
At some point, like I'm used to Ashley being on her phone for a lot of our TV time, doing crosswords or looking at the Instagram, but she claims she's still paying attention to stuff. I think she fully checked out of this movie.
Wow. BDMX Con says she's upset MAGA before. If she posted the cure for cancer, you'd see the replies full of hate. I think that she's recently pissed off the far left people too, on account of the fact that she's a Jew and she's had some stuff to say about Israel. So maybe
everyone makes everyone mad.
Maybe she's got all the dumb political people angry at her, like everybody who's really, really into politics, really, really not into Amy Schumer. Or maybe the movie just sucks. Either way, jury duty is going to be coming up in just a moment. And it's starting with one of the most insane stories I've ever heard of in my life. We'll go over this together. A story about a teenager who somehow is not behind bars right now. Details coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hi, I'm Sherry, and I'm from Merritt Island, and I won $1,000 just for listening to 104.1.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic is starting to slow down on the major roadways here on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429 on I-4 in that Lake Buena Vista area. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident eastbound near Central Florida Parkway. Traffic is slowing down on Florida's Turnpike between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon, and if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts. Now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
This is Jenny Garth from I Do Part 2. Do you know that Ozempic and semaglutide are GLP-1s? Of course you do. How many people do you personally know that use weight loss medications? Future Health is giving millions of people affordable access to weight loss meds for less than $3 a day. Almost 2 million people in the U.S. were taking semaglutide medication in 2021, more than 3 times as many as in 2019. This is so much more than a trend. I have a friend who has always struggled with their weight. And now, working with Future Health, the difference that they have in their own confidence, and I am so happy for them. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Again, tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Starting the journey to become a nurse can be confusing, but the first step is surprisingly simple. Join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. You'll get to meet advisors, current students, and faculty. Plus, learn about the personalized student support Galen offers to help you succeed in nursing school. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, February 18th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. by visiting galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Meet the Real Radio 104.1 Street Team, powered by Farrah and Farrah, at events all over Central Florida and win great prizes. For a complete listing of upcoming events, visit realradio.fm/events. Sponsored by Farrah and Farrah, Orlando's personal injury attorneys.
Making choices in the morning can be a bit much. I just want someone to say sausage or egg and cheese biscuit, sausage and cheese or egg and cheese English muffin, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. Get 2 for only $3. At Wendy's, fresh made food means simple choices. Dare we say it's even a little fun? Okay, not like roller coaster fun. There's only so much we can do, people. When you want less thinky and more brekky in the morning, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice. Watch the roulette wheel spin and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star. Sip cocktails that shimmer. Then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa. Located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Your music, radio, and podcasts are on our free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the new...
Head away from the Super Bowl for just a minute or two. I'm sure you've had your fill of that for now, at least. But, you know, always a fun time. It's always still one of those big banner events where when you have the Super Bowl each year, you can still bet on the fact that most people watched it or know something about it. And there's not a lot of those left. It used to be that when there was an award show, you could come back the next day and talk about it, and everybody would be like, yeah, I watched the award show. Do you watch it? And there's maybe 3-4 tentpole events like that now where everybody is just tuned in. And I kind of like those because it brings us all together, even if we're brought together to hate on the thing that's happening. It's just like that. All right, here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
This first story is both wild, and I am requesting, nay, demanding that there be a series about this. Give me one of these little docu-series about this guy. Yeah. I had no idea how I didn't know more about this story, but that's
Can it be a one-off movie? Does everything have to be a miniseries?
That's how you make money
Either
now,
or.
man.
I want something, is what I'm saying. I want some sort of thing that gives me more of what's happening in this story. It's all brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO. Or you can go to the website, which is justcallmo.com. After an accident, there's lots of attorneys out there trying to get your attention, but you need the one who's going to fight for you and fight for your future. Make sure you're in good hands. And I think you will be. I know you will be. 800-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. Let's talk about Colin Griffith. That's the person who has found me interested in his story this past weekend. Colin Griffith, 17 years old, has just been acquitted of killing his mother.
Okay.
All right. So Colin Griffith, 17 years old, was charged with murder after his mother, Catherine Griffith, was fatally stabbed in the neck at his grandmother's home in Polk County, Florida. This happened in September of 2024. In a police affidavit, they claimed that Colin called 911. He said that he and his mother had gotten into a fight, and then he said she had fallen on a knife, which...
that happens.
I got to be honest with you, Colin. The old fell on the knife trick, it seems a little suspicious, but okay, let's keep going on this journey.
Well, I did mount a number of knives to the floor facing upward, but she fell.
After a medical examiner ruled that Catherine's injuries could not have been caused by falling on a knife, Colin was charged with murder and kidnapping. During his trial, Colin's attorney argued that he had acted in self-defense during the incident, and there was no evidence Catherine was in the home of her mother, Susan Detman, against her will.
Okay, so first little flag is that he says she fell, and
She fell on a
then they
knife.
said no self-defense.
They said, no, she did not fall on the knife. It couldn't have been caused by that. And that's why they charged him with murder and kidnapping. So he got his trial, his day in court. He testified during the trial, and they said that they went over all of the details, fine-tooth comb, all that good stuff. And during closing arguments, which were streamed live by Court TV, they claimed the prosecution had no proof of what had happened inside the home on the day that Catherine, his mom, was killed, and that Colin had been previously trying to get away from his mother. Isn't it reasonable to believe that Kathy, in her anger and her desperation to make Colin come home, that she picked up a knife and threatened him with it? And they then said 3 words can describe what happened in this case: suicide by son. That's what they're going for here. So he was ultimately acquitted of the murder and kidnapping he had been charged with in his mother's death. He had come to live with his mother in 2023. Why? Well, that was after he had been acquitted of the death of his father, who he fatally shot and killed.
Okay.
So this kid got into it with his father, shot and killed his father, went through all of the court proceedings.
Was acquitted of that.
Was acquitted of killing his father.
Or did he fall on the gun?
I don't have all the details on that particular case, but it says he was initially arrested in connection with his father's death, but evidence would emerge that led authorities to believe it was self-defense. He was never convicted of a crime in connection with his father's death. But then he goes, well, dad's dead. I got to go live with mom. He goes over and lives with mom, and now mom dies, and a whole trial and everything, and he gets acquitted. He killed and got away with killing both of his parents, mom
what
and
family
dad.
members are volunteering to take care of him now?
Who's next? That's wild.
Is he going to sell his get-out-of-jail-free card, or do you think he's
It seems
not
like a
done?
lifetime pass to me.
My God. Yeah, he killed his father.
Same lawyer for both?
By gunshot. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about his attorneys on the story that I'm looking at here.
Interesting.
But the headline alone got me. It says, jury acquits Florida teen of killing mom after he claims self-defense. A year earlier, he killed his dad in self-defense. It's just taking him out one
Watch
by
out,
one.
Grandma.
That's a crazy story. Colin Griffith is his name, and now no more parents to kill. So we'll see what happens next for him. The update for the OnlyFans star who fell to her death from a hotel balcony where they claimed there was a drug-fueled threesome going on. Cops have given a breakthrough update in the chilling murder probe of OnlyFans star Anna Polly, who died after falling from a hotel balcony. The adult content creator, who has a whole bunch of names, plunged to her death while reportedly filming a drug-fueled threesome at this hotel in Argentina. Anna was reportedly filming this in the middle of filming when she fell from the 8th floor, and she was tragically found dead. There's photos of her on the ground, too, which is
Where's the footage of the threesome? That would solve the crime, would it not?
Very, very interesting evidence if they have it out there. Cops believe the adult star slipped when climbing onto the balcony railing of the hotel room that she was in with the 3 other men. The 3 men were Anna's friends and were there earlier that day before returning to the hotel. They all admitted to taking drugs and drinking before the tragic fall. Cops said the adult star had been doing this just minutes before the accident. They're still waiting for the toxicology report and conducting an investigation. So they're saying that there was a lot of drug use at play here, which is not a very surprising piece of information for most people, I don't think. But that is our update. All right, let's go to you and work in a dispatch or two while we have a moment. And many people were talking about the Super Bowl halftime show. This is Sharkbait talking about my shirt for some reason. What?
Hey there, good morning.
Hi, good afternoon.
What the hell is going on with your shirt? Do you need a lint roller? You look like you just rolled around with like a bunch of cats or dogs.
I don't see it.
Not your best choice. But maybe I'll give you a pass because it's Super Bowl Monday. But hey guys, have a good day.
I don't have any lint on my shirt.
Was that
all.
a cat at the end of it?
There was. You didn't do that? I thought that was you.
That was not me.
Yeah.
Hey guys, have a good day.
Okay.
Was
I
that a
don't
real
want to
cat?
assume Sharkbait, but I think the cat hair is on your screen.
Was that her real cat?
That's a cat.
Full Monday. But hey guys, have a good day.
Oh, that's just the print of your shirt.
Yeah,
I think.
it's the design, it's the print. It's not working very well, obviously. But yes, I'm not covered in cat hair. Although my clothes, when I pull them out of my closet, tend to be. So I have to.
Why does Junkie Cat just hang on to them?
The cat, the dog, they work together in tandem.
Right. I mean, I feel you. I'm still in my midst of my purging of my stuff, and I found another bag, and it was like 3 or 4 of our sweatshirts that we've sold in the past. And they were riddled with cat hair.
I don't know how it happens.
I mean, I do, because Luna is just the machine, like a confetti machine, but it's just cat hair. And I finally got it off, but it was like 4 washes, and this is a stupid story. That's what I did this weekend, guys.
Lost confidence right in the middle there.
Because I had an out-of-body experience, and this is dumb. Who cares?
All you have to do is pep it up when that happens.
What's the pep? Cat hair. Found it, put it in the washer 2 times. Done.
Then my girlfriend busted in the room, and she shot an arrow at me from across the room.
And I said, I
nearly
didn't know
impaling
that
me.
you were a arrowist.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it still needs a little more work.
What's
but
the word?
Archer?
No, arrowist. That's what many people say. Many.
It's
Let's
just
go
the
over
arrow.
this.
She didn't use the bow. She just threw it. So
The
perfectly.
Eagles are here talking after their
So we're
win.
done with that story.
Their win. Not their win. Their win in the Super Bowl. Here we go. Dude is
the coach. Oh.
No, the other guy who was next to the coach so much. This guy wanted to be on camera so bad.
Security?
Fans, let me know who he is. The guy who was in the white hat next to the Eagles coach all the time. If there was a camera, he was like this, like everywhere he could be. He's like poking in here, there.
And who's the Lollipop Guild on the other side?
Teeny little guy over here on the right of them. I don't know who that is. But this guy right here, because at first I was like, he looks like one of those stupid Costco guys. Like, I love Costco. One of those guys. you know what I mean?
Yeah, that guy.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Cat
Those
hair,
people.
sweaters.
That guy. And he's everywhere. He could not get away from the camera. He was all over the place. Somebody said security. He got banned for a few games last year. He almost got into it with a player a couple of seasons ago with the 49ers.
And they let him back in?
Yeah, I don't know much about this guy, but he was everywhere. Field, congratulations to the Eagles. Oh, is this let's hear from the quarterback here talking after the game. Coach, what did I say? Quarterback? Yeah.
Oh.
He's the coach.
coach.
And he's a younger guy. I noticed that during the Super Bowl. I said, this guy's a lot younger than some of the other coaches we have out here.
Especially Chiefs coach.
Yeah, he's old.
Significantly older.
Andy Reid, I think, is the coach of the Chiefs.
I thought that was Conan's sidekick.
But no, that's Andy Richter.
Okay.
Yes, who I'm sure is out there somewhere still. Patrick Mahomes afterwards speaking, I'm sure, basically just saying like, this sucks. I wish I would have won, et cetera, et cetera.
Credit to the Eagles, man. They played better than us from start to finish. We didn't start how we wanted to. Obviously, the turnovers hurt. And, I take all the blame for that.
Damn, that sucks. He's just got to go out and take the lumps. Go out in front of the camera and go, we sucked. We didn't do as well as I wanted us to.
I don't know why I like this joke, but All Day Yucker says the guy with the hat is Don Henley, Sean.
No, it's not. I know the members of the band, the Eagles.
Name the other ones then.
There's Don Henley. There's a lady in there, isn't there?
I don't believe there's a lady in the Eagles, bud.
Nope, there's no ladies.
It's not? Am I thinking of
the Mamas and the Papas? Yeah, Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
I think I might be thinking of Fleetwood Mac.
And that lady is named.
That lady is Stevie Nicks.
Right.
And Fleetwood Mac. But the Eagles, the band, I think the one that they keep referencing is the only guy from the Eagles that I know.
Okay.
Who are the other people in the Eagles? Is there anybody of note in the
Glenn
Eagles?
Fry, who is no longer with us.
And
I
now
know
his
that
son
name.
plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or is that somebody else?
No, I think it might be one of the Nepo bands where they let their kid play afterwards, like Van Halen. It works for some people. Yeah, that's about all we have on the Super Bowl reaction there. You get the point. Everybody knows what happened, right? You know what went down. You saw it. You watched it. Either you loved it or you hated it. You're going to complain about it on social media because that's what we all do now, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Hello?
I do know that there was a ruling. Can you guys hear me?
No, it was me. My alarm went off for some reason. That's something to do at 218.
I just happened to look at both of you on the video monitors, and both of you were like kind of looking around like something had gone down, and I said, Am I separated from the broadcast right now?
Sean?
You're still there.
Yeah.
Good to be here. I did see an update on this thing by the Trump administration where they wanted a blanket spending freeze on federal programs. And there's one judge in particular that's quite mad about this. And the judge says that they're not listening to his order. This is from Kyle Cheney. It says a federal judge ruled Monday that the Trump administration was violating his order to lift the blanket spending freeze on federal programs, ordering immediately release funds and hinting at a possibility of contempt. And this is from the judge. Would they hit him with a contempt charge? That would be wild. It is a basic proposition that all orders and judgments of courts must be complied with promptly. Persons who make private determinations of the law and refuse to obey an order generally risk criminal contempt, even if the order is ultimately ruled incorrect. The orderly and expeditious administration of justice by the courts requires that an order issued by a court with jurisdiction over the subject matter, blah, 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 blah. So essentially saying that the Trump administration is not listening to him. You need to lift the blanket spending freeze, which I guess is in some way still in effect, according to the judge. And that, hey, when you do this, you're risking criminal contempt. So seems to be a fight brewing on that particular topic. So we'll keep an eye on that as the time rolls by. When we return, a couple got in trouble. And they've been arrested. In fact, I can't believe it, but they're in big trouble. And it's all because of something that they did in front of their kids. What was it? We're going to dive into this together, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for on the roadways here where Colonial Drive meets McGuire Boulevard. The on-ramp from Hiawassee Road to Maitland Boulevard westbound, that's partially blocked due to an accident. An accident has been cleared on I-4 eastbound near Central Florida Parkway. Expect some residual delays in that area, and there's still some slowdowns on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Fence Outlet has helped our customers keep children and pets safe with quality fences for over 30 years. Now is the time to install your Fence Outlet fence. Visit fenceoutlet.com today to set up your free estimate and discover our wide selection of fencing options. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 35% off. Plus, kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Fall in love with your home all over again by replacing your old windows and doors with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. No matter what the weather may be like outside, Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed windows and doors offer excellent insulation, reducing energy loss and helping to lower your utility bills while maintaining a comfortable indoor temperature year-round. Charles says this is his second dance with the Renewal team, and they did just as good this time as they did the last time. Everyone from the installers to the office staff did a tremendous job. I am enjoying my 31 windows now, and I would encourage all people wanting to replace their windows to go the Renewal way. For February, Renewal by Andersen is offering shipping. Buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Insurance sold by Smart Money Insurance Services Incorporated. Underwritten by various insurers. Coverage, exclusions, and limitations may apply.
Here's something no one wants to talk about, but we need to. Funeral and final expenses. Did you know the price of a funeral can be $8,000 or more? And that in the U.S., the average amount of credit card debt left behind when people pass on is nearly $5,000? Don't leave your loved ones with your debts. Download the Smart Money app right now and get up to $25,000 in final expense coverage starting at less than $1 a day. Yes, I said 25 grand in coverage for less than $1 a day. With Smart Money, it's fast and easy. There's no medical exam, and you can be approved even if you have pre-existing health conditions. Your rates can never be increased, your benefits can never be decreased, and your coverage can never be canceled. So don't wait. Download the Smart Money app and get up to $25,000 in coverage for your funeral and other final expenses. Go to the App Store and download the Smart Money app and get instant coverage. Download the Smart Money app now.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida. We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more. That's InvisibleFence.com.
In a world where every second counts,
bird flu is spreading nationwide, driving up egg prices.
iHeartRadio has one podcast that keeps you informed. 24/7 News. The latest. Today's latest news every hour in just 4 minutes.
Rex Heuermann's case is being adjourned again.
Be the first to know.
President Trump has sent a loud and clear message.
iHeartRadio's 24/7 News. The latest. Open the free iHeart app and listen now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH, C-A-S-H, CASH. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
And you can learn more about the show by going over to the website, which is just a couple of clicks away, maybe even just one, depending on how big you click. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. The end of the penny seems to be near. Trump is against the penny. Trump says, no more penny. It's wasteful. We don't need it anymore, he says. We need to stop producing new pennies. And he made this after he left the Super Bowl. I guess he was bored at the Super Bowl, so he left early. And then he just said, what can I talk about?
If only the Chiefs would have pushed a little bit harder, we would still have our 1 cent coin.
This is the end of it.
Boring DI hires.
For far too long, the United States has minted pennies, which literally cost us more than 2 cents. This is so wasteful, he says. He's not wrong. They said, let's rip the waste out of our great nation's budget, even if it's a penny at a time.
What do we do with the pennies we already have?
The cost of the coin has remained above the face value for the 19th consecutive fiscal year. The unit cost for nickels, for each nickel that you have, is 13.78 cents. So that's an even bigger waste. To which I propose to you, we not only get rid of the penny, but we get rid of change entirely, my friend.
I like quarters.
Yes, all of it gone, Gone. We take it, we melt it down, we do whatever we need to with it, we get rid of the change.
Quarters.
And then now, if you go into a store, they can, like, if you get your money out and you hand them a couple of bills or something and they're supposed to be change, and they go, wave your phone over this.
Oh,
and
please. Not everyone can do that, Sean.
They put the remainders over into your bank account digitally.
Yeah, and then someone hacks that, or someone doesn't have a smartphone. Perhaps they're a burner phone user. That's not going to work ever.
You could say that for all the stuff that we already do with Apple Pay and all these other things. Most people who pay on their phone with stuff.
How about that guy in downtown Orlando who just wants a quarter?
He's not going to get it that way. They got to be. You talking about the hobos? They got to be on Venmo yesterday.
Not
they
the one guy who. I mean, this is way after his time, where he should have been asking for ones, fives, and he's just like, "Can I have a quarter?"
That's
you remember
too low.
him, tall, lanky. He was around our time when we were at a watering hole. And he's like, "Can I have a quarter? Can I have a quarter?" And
I
he
don't
just
remember
had
that guy.
Whole cup of, because you never had quarters to give him, Sean.
I don't carry change. I never have change on me. I've operated for like the last decade with no change. Everybody can do it.
Every once in a while, I'll get an Uber driver who will go get on the toll road and go to the change lane and toss quarters in. And I go, what is the deal here? Why don't you grow up?
Oh, we're still alive. Thank you, kind sir.
Yeah, there's no people there anymore, I don't think. I think they're just down to like buckets that you toss them in.
Does the vending machine here accept change? I'm curious.
I don't know. I just use my phone.
I always use my phone too. It's a gamble. It's actually a gamble right now to use our vending machine because whoever just filled it last week left the bottom row pulled out just a little too much. So you never know if your thing's going to fall right through or if it's going to come out.
Oh, that's dicey. What the hell?
And,
but I'm still thirsty, so I still use it.
And it's a cheap soda, but very expensive chips.
Well, it does seem dumb that it costs more money than a penny is worth to make it. And it does seem dumb that it costs almost 14 cents to make a nickel. And we're pretty digital with our money.
Producing all of these?
Yeah, they're still making them. Yeah, I don't know how much the Mint makes. C-Lane, look that up. How much?
Yeah, C-Lane, now.
How many pennies, if you don't mind, C-Lane, how many pennies does the U.S. Mint create each year?
I'm going to say 200 million.
Oh, I don't think it's that many.
100 million.
Maybe it is that many. We'll see how much money we're wasting here.
Wow.
It's got to be some significant amount.
It's 200 million, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
It's much more.
Really?
Is it really?
Yeah.
How many are we making?
In 2022, they made 5.4 billion pennies.
What the hell?
Damn.
That's a massive waste.
Went down to 4.1 in 2023, and then in 2024, 3.2 billion pennies.
My God.
Let go where?
They just go into people's pockets.
And wishing wells.
And
those machines
wishing
that
well.
flatten them.
It's a Small World ride, the place at the fountain at the mall where you toss all this stuff. It's the only use for it anymore. We don't need change. We've gotten past this right now.
I want to keep the quarters, but I don't mind getting rid of the other stuff.
I don't want any of them. I don't want any change at all. In fact, I don't want any actual money.
Okay, but that's you. Some people work on cash.
I know, but you guys are going to have to go with me because this is a snip snap kind of thing. We either have to go fully digital with our money and just say,
very black and white.
We're trusting in this. We're hoping that we could trust this digital economy that we're all headed headfirst into.
Where there's nothing tangible and that fails out of nowhere and then we have nothing to hold.
Good luck putting that back in the What are they?
Toothpaste tube?
And the toothpaste
back in the tube.
Yeah, that sells it. I'm going to keep my cash. Thank you.
I was about to say good luck putting that back in the can, but then that just didn't seem right. Something seemed like it was
Putting
missing.
what in the can? What size can?
Putting it right back in the can. You put it in the can. It's out right
There's
now.
a lot of things that are easier to put back in a can.
I'm
than
not
other
allowed
things.
to put it in the can.
Ryan on YouTube says, that's a lot of hobo currency. Homeless people need to learn that they need to move on. It's going to be better for them. They got to go into the world of Venmo and Cash App if they're going to be getting money from people.
They can barely get a shelter. We'll work on one step
They
at a
ain't
time.
getting one in my neighborhood. Don't get me started.
Did you get your sign up? Please,
Yeah, I do.
I'm in the same area.
I got my sign up.
Nothing brings more popcorn to my mouth than the Facebook groups that are surrounding this Soto shelter.
They've shut down the conversation about it because I guess people keep fighting.
Oh, we're in the same group.
Yeah, and they are not happy about this, but that's a really dopey idea. Anyhow, they're going to
your
stop
sign's
with the
gonna help. I know that.
with the pens. I hope so. There's more people on my street who have caught on. I've never been a sign guy.
I'm not any stance on this whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of I feel like we don't have a say in it. Seems like it's already going to happen.
I don't think it is going to happen. I think it's very early, but nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about right now. So suffice to say,
a little peek into our world.
Suffice to say, there's some drama in the neighborhood that Sabrina and I live in.
Yeah.
And
what I'm
going
to do is going to go into that Facebook group and be like, at Sean Watson.
You could do that.
Absolutely loves this idea.
No, I don't want that.
He says, build more rooms, have everybody there. See what that stirs up.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten to this place in my life where I go, hey, I don't care what anybody's opinion is. You can have whatever opinion you want. Go for it. I have sort of come to terms with the fact that we're not going to be able to talk insane people off the ledge. So people are going to be pretty crazy with their politics here moving forward.
Yeah.
And there's no way to fight that. Some people don't care about the truth, et cetera, et cetera. So when I see people who I think have bad ideas, I want to do everything I can to make sure they have as little power as possible. That's my thing moving forward. You can have whatever beliefs you want. I want you to go for it. You want to be a full-on commie? Go for it, man. Support all the communist stuff. But I don't want you to have any power at all. I want you to just be screaming into the void. That is what I would
Seems
like
like
moving
a commie
forward.
stance.
No, it's more fascist than anything. I want to shut down all my detractors. I'll tell you, I wish, and I know this would not be a popular thing.
Here we go.
If I only had one superpower, I would want to be able to take away people's right to vote. Whoever I deemed it was too dumb, I would just take away their right to vote. I'd be like, what was that? What was that? Okay, gone. That's my superhero
I won't
power.
be voting this year, but your right's gone.
Oh, I'm voting every election moving forward because I have to protect myself from these dumb people. There's a lot of very, very dumb people with really dumb ideas. And then if you just sit back and the dumb ideas come to fruition, then you're like, God, I let the idiots ruin everything. I let them ruin my town, my city, my state, my country. And can't do that anymore.
Sean's going to run for office.
No, hell no.
I just got a flash of it.
Hell no. Hell no.
$5
No, I would never do it.
4 years.
No.
8 years from now.
But I'll tell you this, if I see politicians doing things, and I could not care less about the national stuff that everybody gets all fired up about.
Got him going, baby.
I'm talking about in my neighborhood. In my neighborhood, if I see people trying to do something that I think is going to make worse, I will put every dollar I have into making sure those people's political careers end immediately and forever. Okay? I will be brutal about it moving forward. That's where I'm at. And I'm voting every local election I possibly can vote in. Every local one. Don't even care about the national stuff. I care about the local stuff now.
Start
and
small.
People,
that's what all the politicians said.
I don't want to be an elected official. I never will be. I never, ever will be. But I will.
You would love it.
Make sure that I can protect myself from the dumb people who
Vote
have
for Sean.
dumb ideas.
No more dumb.
Terrible ideas. Okay. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got from pennies to that somehow. But really, I do think we should do away with the change. All right, I'll throw that out there the last
local
minute.
official would have something to do with that.
Oh, I didn't even get to the couple that got in trouble for doing something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we totally got off track of that one. I teased it before the break. Well, I'll just tell you now. A married couple who had sex in front of their kids got arrested.
Oh, gross, man.
They allegedly shared nude photos of themselves, and but their children were in the background, which...
Watching TV, I hope?
What is that move? They said they shared 36 media files containing explicit photos and videos of his wife, this guy shared, with the children in close proximity. And then they had chat logs in which the dad mentioned that there were children present while he and his wife had sex.
Oh, so it's a thing?
It might be, yeah.
Ew.
That's really disturbing stuff right there.
I don't even like the dog in the room.
No, samesies. Yeah, I didn't want any audience.
Have you ever had those moments where you didn't realize they were there, and then it's done as like
I've told you guys
here the whole time.
I've told you guys
Don't
a story.
Look at me like that.
Told you guys a story about how my time was cut short.
Oh, with the licking of the foot.
Yeah.
Oh, was it the foot?
I think it. I think it was the foot.
You would know if it wasn't the foot. That would have stuck with you, I feel like, after some time went by. All right, when we come back.
Wasn't my dog.
The final dispatches. That makes it even worse. Stories that didn't make the cut.
Sorry, ThinkPad.
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That's all coming up next in the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, we'll talk about the Super Bowl. How was the game, the halftime show, all the ads. We'll cover it. Plus, at 4:20, we'll talk sports with our buddy Brandon Kravitz. As always, tons of cool stuff for trivia. We'll end it up with a conversation with Ray Trenley from TK Law. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at cooltoday.com.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Monday forecast. And the rest of our day does feature plenty of dry time and sunshine. Temperatures will once again be well above normal for this time of year with a high of 84 degrees. We'll see a couple of stray showers for tomorrow, but really the big story will be the warm temperatures by Thursday with a high of 89 degrees. That will all be out ahead of our next system, helping to bring with it multiple rounds of rain by Friday and into our weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Join us at the 12th Annual Mount Dora Scottish Highland Festival on February 14th through 16th. Experience the excitement as athletes compete in traditional Scottish Highland games. Enjoy the rhythm of the Scottish pipe and drum band. Shop at unique vendors. Enjoy a Guinness with the friends. It's like being in the Highlands. The event takes place in Donnelly and Elizabeth Evans Parks in Mount Dora and is sponsored by Guinness, Discover Lake, and the City of Mount Dora. Get your tickets and information at MountDoraScott.com. That's MountDoraScott.com.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
Learn more about where your food comes from the people who grow your food. Visit the Florida State Fair's Ag Hall of Fame Pavilion February 7th through the 9th and 14th through the 16th to meet your hard-working, fresh from Florida farmers.
Lace up your running shoes for a great cause. The 17th annual Fiddler's Green Charity 5K is happening Saturday, February 15th in beautiful Winter Park. Starting and finishing at Mead Garden, this scenic route winds through the charming College Corridor. Whether you're a seasoned runner or just looking for some fun, there's something for everyone. And the post-race party at Fiddler's is not to be missed. Over the years, this event has raised over $500,000 for local charities like Conductive Education Center of Orlando and Habitat for Humanity. Don't miss your chance to make a difference. Register now and get all the details at fiddlersgreen5k.org. See you at the starting line.
This is Ashley Kennedy from the Ben and Ashley I Almost Famous podcast. If you're immersed at all in culture, you know that Ozempic and semaglutides are GLP-1s, and GLP-1s are very popular right now. They are well known as weight loss medications, and Future Health is giving millions of people affordable access to these meds for less than $3 a day. I have someone in my immediate family that started Ozempic. This person has type 2 diabetes, was diagnosed a couple years ago. So their doctor felt as if it was the most appropriate option to try Ozempic. It's going really well right now. So if weight loss meds are right for you, in 3 minutes, you can take this survey, tryfh.com. That is tryfh.com to see if these weight loss meds might be right for you.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Hey guys, it's Eliza. Get ready for me.
Eliza, the Get Ready Tour.
You know when you're eating and you take like one extra bite too much and you can feel yourself gain weight because your bra gets tight? I call it the thickening. Marriage is every morning for the rest of your life, waking up next to someone and having to hear a full report of how that person slept.
March 30th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. For tickets, go to hardrocktampa.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
It's official. Your new Gabe's location is now open. Get the biggest brands and save even more on apparel and footwear for the whole family. Plus, picks for your home from their private label brand, Old Time Pottery. Shop deals on personal care, everyday essentials, and pantry items too. Visit your new Gabe's location at 1300 West International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona. Open daily at 9 a.m. How do you spell savings? G-A-B-E-S.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Rapid radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
He's smiling, and that alone should scare you. This
And today, I learned to wrap everything up for a Super Bowl Monday. And it's been fun hanging out with you today. We appreciate you being along for the ride. And we'll be right back here tomorrow to do it all over again if you'll join us. Let's see what we got on the way out here. Starbucks is giving away some free coffee today. All right. Enjoy that. If you want some free coffee, go for it.
Was there some sort of Super Bowl thing that had to happen during the game for that to be?
I don't even. That's a great question. It says after day. Oh, no, that's something else. That's okay. Kanye West firing off hate-filled posts. It says,
promo code
if you're
Hitler.
Feeling the Monday blues now that the Super Bowl is over, Starbucks is giving away free coffee. Starbucks reward members can get a free tall, hot, or iced coffee at any store. The coupon is in your app. Bippity boppity. Give me the zoppity. Free Starbucks coffee for you. Brady taking some heat at the Super Bowl because people said, "Sir, you are out of touch." And I say to you, you're just now realizing this. You have a $740,000 watch on right now. How could you? And, yeah, I mean, celebrities do these kinds of things. They have a lot of money, and they spend it on some stuff like that, and they want to wear them every once in a while, so hence Tom Brady wearing that very expensive watch to his Super Bowl day. That's what people call it, right? Super Bowl day. Here we go. All the dispatches made the cut.
Big game, Courtney.
All the stories made the cut. Yeah, she wanted to make sure she didn't
get
run
over that.
Foul.
Love it.
Sweet. If you missed that, go back to the podcast. That's what the podcast is for. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Guys, I haven't watched a single episode of the new Succession season.
Severance, you mean?
Severance. I don't even know what it's called anymore.
Please catch up, because I have a lot of things to talk about.
I know that there's lots
I had to go to Threads.
There's lots of different people who have theories about this season, and it seems like something interesting is going on, but we haven't binged them all yet. So
I'm obsessed.
We will. They're not all out yet, right? They're like drizzling those out for us?
Yeah, it's week by week.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have to watch Paradise, too.
Yeah, you got to
Sean.
watch Paradise.
Oh, my God. There's so much stuff piling up
What
here.
are you
I'll get to
watching?
it. We're watching all kinds of stuff. We're watching a lot of movies. We're still in the 90s movies thing. We watched Fear last night. Which Fear? What a creepy movie. What was going on in the 90s? Today we're in this band right here. Yeah. His name rhymes with Schmalish Smooper.
Alice Cooper.
That's correct. I thought you'd get it.
Schmalish
Alice Cooper. When he played this song, School's Out, at a concert in 1972 at the Hollywood Bowl, they wanted to do something rock and roll. So they had a helicopter fly over and drop women's panties on the crowd.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And today learn this band right here.
Bangles.
Oh, the Bangles is correct.
Bungles.
The Buggles is another band.
Yes.
What did they sing?
Video Kill the Radio Star.
Yeah. All right. Today learn Manic Monday by the Bangles was written by Prince under the pseudonym Christopher. Originally, it was intended for a group Apollonia 6 back in 1984. And they said, hold on, we've got the perfect group for this.
Apollonia sucks.
The Bangles. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com.